disappointed in every one of you.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend you.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I kiss you on the mouth.
No, I'm not cool with that. I'm sorry.
One more time.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I mean, I'm dealing with degenerate animals.
I'm disappointed in every one of you. Disappointed in every one of you.
All right, come on.
Honestly, I can't do it no more.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
Let me tell you why.
It's gonna be all right, Nicky. Go ahead, shoot.
He just killed a little fucking man.
What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, because you got nothing. You don't got a thing. Yeah, because you got nothing. Lobito! You got nothing.
I want to get out. I want to get out of this rat hole. I want to get online. I need
BDA boxing.
All right, this is King Bucho. Welcome to BDA Boxing, the boxing debate arena. All right, have major allergies over here. Stu's gonna be hosting the show. Then I'll be back later. Gotta finish some stuff. But
Let me just take it for 2 minutes while I just get the boxing news up with you.
All right. Let's see. So yeah, guys, I don't know if you saw something weird happen on H Money's channel. Some tranny looking Buffalo Bill. You remember like the movie Silence of the Lambs? The Lambs. When a guy has his dick tucked in. Anyways, during his stream, some naked guy starts dancing. The hell's that about? That's what happens with these weird streams where the scum congregates. Pretty disgusting.
Alarming.
It's alarming, man.
Let me just turn the cricket down. Alarming, mate. Fucking alarming. I mean, I knew he was a nut job anyway, but he confirmed it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Fucking embarrassing.
Not surprised.
Do you know, the only time I'm getting my dick out is when I got a fucking bird on it. Or a girl, a chick. You know, what the fuck? I don't show my dick to no man, man. Fuck.
Yeah, that's gay.
It's gay shit, man. But that's it. It's like a fucking. It's like it's an accepted thing in society these days. I mean, the more gayer you are, the more opportunities you'll get. I mean, H Money, it got to the stage where he's that fucking desperate. He's starting to flash his willy around, hoping he could get a porno contract or something. I don't know, but you know, next he'll be trying to do the Kelly Maloney on us. He'll be fucking wearing a dress and a skirt. A dress and a fucking wig. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. The most bizarre thing I've ever seen. And when
Aren't you surprised? I'm not.
I just said to Johnny and the boys, I don't know what was more alarming: the fact that H Money got his dick out, or the fact that the people on the street were sitting there grinning like there's nothing wrong with it. It's like they'd seen it all before. I mean, come on, man! If I sat there, my mate got his dick out in front of me, I'd be having a fucking serious word with the guy. You know, that's if I don't knock him the fuck out first. But they're sitting there grinning, aren't they? Unbelievable, mate.
Yeah, they don't even turn their faces away. Like they're looking at it, enjoying it. Hey, Stu, you might be kicked out for a few seconds because I need to get more people in here, or else I can't send invites. So give me.
Okay, mate. Yeah.
Okay. No. Oh shit. No, it worked. All right. So yeah, people, I have allergies, so bear with me here. But yeah, Stu, man, listen, you can talk about whatever you want. People in the chat, if you have any topics that you want to discuss, let's do it. Yeah, don't guys, don't go. You don't want to see that video. It's pretty gross, pretty disgusting. Oh man. Yeah, what do you expect from that guy, guys? The guy's insane, obviously. He's not okay in the head.
He's got mental health issues, mate. It's
Yeah, he
clear.
needs, yeah.
It's a sign of it. It's a sign. That's a sign of it. When people start getting their private parts out, it's usually a sign of it. Well, no, 'cause we get it in England a lot because there's a lot of crazy chicks in England. So you see these crazy chicks, they're walking around, they'll just get their tits out, flash out, and fucking walk around with a fucking minge out, all sorts, mate. That's a sign of insanity because normal people just don't do that, do they?
It is a sign of insanity.
Yeah, it is, mate. All right, you get your fucking weirdos in the nude beach. They're just fucking perverts. They're different. But what he did, that's a sign of insanity.
That's disgusting.
What does it make Amir Khan then? Because Amir Khan actually fucking had a play on fucking Khan, didn't he?
Yeah. He was showing his cock to somebody else. Well, Sergio Martinez also, they found dick pics of the guy, so.
Yeah, I mean, look, the boxing community keeps reaching new lows, says Joe Perez. Absolutely spot on. I mean, now you know, right? Now you know why I went missing for a while. I just had to get away from these people. I mean, they're actually turning me as crazy as them. And I was starting to argue with people over stupidness. And that's not me. You know what I mean? When my head's clear, look how different I am. Look how I enjoy boxing, talking about it. I'm not arguing with anyone recently because I had time to clear my head and keep, you know, when you get away from these people, it's like you start to enjoy life more. They start to fucking drag you down. They're toxic, aren't they? And especially when you've got notifications on your phone, these fucking savages, you know, are contacting and all sorts. But yeah, getting away was probably the best thing I did for my health. And I've come back. I've come back like a new man. You know what I mean? I needed it. And I think I got a feeling you'll probably do that yourself soon.
You think so, man?
Where you fucking... Yeah, because like I said, it gets on top, but Joe, it gets too much, bro. You know what I mean? It gets too much sometimes, and you just need to get away from it and enjoy life for what it is. You know, because life becomes the boxing channels and the boxing community. That's not my life. I like going out with my friends or going out with chicks and stuff and getting fucking drunk and having a laugh and going to parties and stuff. I don't be fucking sitting in on a Saturday.
Well, that's what we did this summer, though. I mean, this summer we kind of took a little break. On top of that, there wasn't a lot of fights, so we did slow down with the shows. We're gonna start picking it up as fights come back. But you're right. I mean, sometimes you need a little break, little breather from some of these toxic people, you know, that are in the boxing community.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you start to lose. You start to fucking. They sap the life out of you, don't they?
Yeah.
I was getting to a stage where I was coming on this show and I could barely talk because I just had no energy and no strength for these fucking savages. You know what I mean? So I needed to get away, and that's what I did. And unfortunately, it's not been a lot of boxing to talk about. But I'm fresh now, and I'm raring to go, and I'm not arguing with people. I'm not getting upset about boxing. No,
that's gonna come back. That's gonna come back too. That's gonna come back. That's gonna happen again, though.
Yeah, of course it will. But then when it does, then I'll go for another break because
that's how it goes.
Yeah, I'll always come on this show to this channel. The day it closes down, I'll be here. But it's just sometimes I will want breaks from it because it's not you guys, it's not you fucking guys, is it? It's not the panelists and stuff like and some of the guys in the chat. It's not you. It's the whole community. It's just, I mean, if there's a heathen around, the fucking YouTube boxing community's found him. I mean, he's there, isn't he? I mean, look, only so much patience as well.
Right. By the way, Virtuoso says, thank you for your contribution. He says, crack is whack, and so is H Money's shadow boxing. Yeah, he also shadow box. I don't know if you saw that, Stu.
Yeah,
Looks
well,
pretty.
yeah. I was saying to the boys, his camera was that bad. It actually made him look fast. It made him look like he had quick hands because the camera was that bad. I mean, I thought it was Gary Russell Jr. in there.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Pretty
look,
scary. Pretty
absolute
scary.
fucking douchebag. And these are the guys you fucking have around me, Butcher. You have these
What? I
weirdos
never-
around me.
What do you mean? It's not like he's on the show, man. He
used to
called
be.
in a few times.
Oh,
Well, to be fair, I mean, your channel has attracted a few weirdos, so you know.
It does, Virtuoso. But it's not our
Yeah,
fault. I mean, that's bound to happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's bound to happen as you're more popular. You start
what are you
attracting.
saying?
Yeah.
What are you saying, Virtuoso? Good to have you on, man.
All right, what's up? What's up, Stu?
Yeah, I'm good, brother. You're gonna give me a hand tonight, are you?
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to give me a hand on here, mate. I'm on my own. I can't run a show on my own. Butcho's got to go in a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right.
I've been looking at some news. We've got some boxing news to talk about. I'm not talking about H Money any longer, man.
No.
I mean, leave H Money and his faggotry to himself, man. I'm not about that. I'm an alpha male here. I'm a true alpha. When you come to my house, you see lionesses in the garden. Trust me, I'm an alpha male lion, and when faggotry around me, it makes me angry. It really does. I mean, call me a homophobe all you like, but I don't want to see a man's dick. The only time I want to see a man's dick is when I'm watching a fucking porn with my chick on something. Even then, I don't want it. I'd rather watch the lesbos. Do you know what I mean? But that's as far as we go with this conversation. It's over with now. H Money, absolute fucking weirdo. Don't have that guy in here no more, man. Fuck's sake.
All right,
No, but they're gonna build another account, and they're just gonna, infiltrate the stream, with this thing with StreamYard. They don't have any, moderators and that shit, so it's crazy, man. I don't know what to tell you. The internet is still the wild, wild west.
It is.
Yeah, but look, it's where the sleaze of society can go about their. No, it's true. It's where the sleaze of society can go about their business and get away with their sleaziness. I mean, you've only got to look at the paedophilia and the fucking these weirdos that like seeing fucking animals get out and all that sort of. It's just a scummy fucking place. But you need it, don't you? If I cut me in enough, I don't use it enough, I can't talk to you guys. So I have to have it. And obviously, with my Facebook, I've got a lot of friends I keep in contact with, and obviously, when things are, when you're at home, when you're single, you've had a few drinks, you're at home. The Facebook comes in handy at night time, don't it? All right, babe. Just been thinking about you. How are you? One of them ones. So the Facebook stays up, and the YouTube, but them sleazy shit. Man, it's a real fucking hellhole, isn't it? The internet. It's a hellhole, man.
I wasn't even planning on doing a live today. I got a fucking ear infection. I feel like shit because the weather's starting to change. Fucking, I've always had bad ears. I broke my eardrums a couple of times. Fucking, I feel like shit. I mowed my dad's lawn, made him some mistakes. I'm waiting for my fucking broad to get off of work here, and I was like, you know what? I'll just go clown this fuck for a couple hours. Because here's the thing, just to tie it back to boxing real quick. We got a couple. Me and Mark were just talking about this the other day. We got a couple of weeks of nothing. Then at the end of September, everything picks up. On the 26th of September, we got the big Charlo card. We got Josh Taylor in that. October 3rd, we got Baranchik and Jose Zapata. That's a good fight. And Lee Selby and George Kambosos. On the 10th, you got Lipinets and Kakarov. On the 17th, you got fucking Lomachenko and Teofimo. And on the 24th, you got Tank and Santa Cruz. So we got a couple of weeks of muddy waters here with regards to boxing. Then after that, it picks up big time.
Yeah.
Okay,
finally.
so I'm saying that everybody's fighting Evo Ramos.
Can I just say something quickly? Because I have to get this clear now. I've got a few lads. I watched the show back the other day, and in the chat there was a few fucking people trolling me and children. I mean, it's fucking people, man. No lives whatsoever, innit? They get up in the morning, they think, oh, I've got nothing to do. I know what I'll do. I'll go and fucking troll Stu Little. I mean, these fucking clowns. But anyway, I was reading a few comments, but today, guess what? I'm the boss today, so I'm not going to have it. So your time here is going to be, well, not very pleasant tonight. Carry on. Matthias, I'm watching you, and there's a couple more I'm watching. I'm waiting for them to come up, because they're like the fucking Bisto kid. They smell the gravy and they're there, aren't they? But yeah, I expect them later, but I'm not going to play no games tonight. But let's start with the boxing boys. Carry on. Whoever was talking, who was it who was talking? I don't know. No, we got in here. Who we got in here? We've got Unrivaled. Sorry, Unrivaled. Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
Yeah, give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec.
Yeah, okay. Who's Ramsey? I don't know who Ramsey is.
That's me.
That's Johnny.
I'm
you're.
I'm Ambassador Bolton. Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny's got a few aliases, isn't he? I mean, changes his name.
I'm Ramsey Bolton. That's
right. So we've got where's Revolution?
Oh God, fucking dude. So, like I said, I wasn't even planning on doing anything. I wasn't even gonna upload shit today, but I was like, I'm gonna clown this fucking kid. I maybe got word of something. Last night,
Yeah, I mean, look, I've decided I'm going to stay in this weekend. Been a few fucking messy weekends, even sometimes in the week as well. And it's taking its toll. I'm getting an old man tonight, so I thought tonight I'm going to have a night in, some nice food, and talk some boxing. And I've just been looking at some of the latest news. We've got Ryan Garcia Campbell finalised for November or December. Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're a big fan of Ryan Garcia. What's your thoughts on that one, brother?
I think what you're gonna see in Ryan and Campbell is what you would see in me versus H Money. I think you're gonna see a man versus a boy. I think I've said it from the get-go, Stu. I think Luke Campbell's gonna fucking terrorize him. I think he's going to beat the ever-living shit out of that little fucking goofy bastard. Luke Campbell's a good fucking fighter, man. He is.
I think he's a bit underrated. I do.
He's one of the better fighters and boxers that don't have no title. They keep giving it to these jagoffs that don't do anything to deserve them. Where this guy fighting Linares, he's fighting Luke Campbell, he's fighting Ryan Garcia, he's fighting all these guys, and he don't get no fucking prop.
Yeah, Lomachenko. Yeah. I mean, look, Lomachenko didn't dominate that guy, really, did he? I mean, he just overwhelmed him in the end when he got inside. But Luke Campbell's a really good Olympic gold medalist. This guy can box. This is no chump. This guy has an amateur pedigree, and I think with that Ryan Garcia, still very green, very explosive and dangerous. Cool, tough Mexican kid, isn't he? But at the end of the day, he's got a lot of holes, and a guy like Luke Campbell will exploit that. I think you can exploit that. It's whether. My question is, what happens when Garcia lands on Campbell? That's just that's the big question for me right now. But Luke Campbell's only problem for me, I think, if he had a bit more pop on his shots, he'd have been a world champion already. I just think that costs him in close fights. I think when you go to the pro game, judges like to see punches with mean intentions, and that means something. And a lot of Campbell's shots are very pitter patter, if you get what I'm saying. There's not a lot behind them. And I think that's probably his problem.
I'd have to second that. I think that the power would have been very clutch against Lomachenko. Would have gotten him, that title at 135, and who knows? We could have seen him against David Haney, because he's a matchroom fighter, and so is Haney. Well, co-promoter, with Haney. So we could have seen that one. But yeah. I'm really looking forward to this fight. If it happens, again, we don't have a date set, but yeah, it's time for Ryan Garcia to put his big boy pants on. I'm tired of seeing videos of him, sparring rounds with a corporate bag. You see that? You seen those corporate bags where you punch and that thing recoils? Yeah, I'm tired of seeing that. Yeah.
It looks them things flop around like you like fucking hard on over here, dog. Listen,
Johnny, can I just say quickly, Ronald Finkley, thank you for the super chat. I've just I think I saw you in Johnny's show, so welcome to the BDA. I mean, thank you for that. Go ahead, Johnny.
No, I was just gonna say that looks like a fucking like when you got a hard on and something, the phone rings and you fucking jump up to grab it because it's an emergency. That's what those fucking bags look like. And him having that fucking whack-a-mole fucking thing flopping back and forth ain't gonna do him any favors against fucking Luke. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Him getting punched to the body by two 90-pound female boxers isn't gonna help him with fucking Luke Campbell.
Luke Campbell is a sort of guy that if you're not ready for the big guys, top guys, he'll find you out very quickly. You know, and he's that sort of guy where I think he's a bit better than Gatekeeper, but he's holding the key to the champions, if you get what I'm saying. I think that's where, like I said, he gave Linares. A lot of people thought he won that fight. Lomachenko had a lot of problems with this guy. I mean, you know, he revenged the defeat that he got. His first defeat, he revenged that. He's a good lad. I mean, very talented kid. Just doesn't have enough pop in his shots for me. And I think in professional boxing, you've got to have a bit of venom. All the best fighters have got pop in their shots. You go for all of them. All the best fighters in the divisions have got a bit of pop. And
you got to be a finisher.
Yeah, just get the opponent's respect. You know, where he thinks, "Fuck me, I'm not walking in. I'm walking into that again. I won't do that again." You know, just make him think. Some of these, might not be knocking people out, but they're making them think. And some of these shots Luke Campbell's throwing, it's nothing, arm punches, nothing behind him. And that's the problem.
Good video, by the way, Mark.
What was the video about? I haven't caught up with it yet.
Oh, do you mind if I share it in the chat, Mark?
Oh boy.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but go ahead.
The thing, the YMCA.
Yeah. You can share it.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good look. Boxing's starting to pick up now, and we've got Garcia and Campbell confirmed basically, and then we've got Daniel Jacobs and Demetrius Andre to share card in November on DAZN. Obviously, that's a fight that looks like it could be the next one, if you get what I'm saying. When two fighters share a card, the likelihood is the next fight's going to be them two. So, what's your opinion on that, Mark? If you're around, or
real quick, I want to give my thoughts on the Ryan Garcia Campbell.
Yes, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
He's a very good fighter, very skilled. But I think he suffers from something called nearly man syndrome. He seems to let it go when he has the opportunity to put it on fighters. It's not just about like the pop on his shots, but when he was against Loma, he was doing well, and he got into the ascendancy in that fight, and he stopped doing what he was doing. Against Linares, he was doing all right. He let go a little bit of what he was doing. Then he had to come back, and he struggled out of the fight. My thing about it is, I don't know how good Ryan is. I know Luke is a skilled boxer, but I feel like Luke's a captain of his own demise, and he could just fall off. Man. I mean, everyone talks about him being an Olympic gold medalist. He hasn't done that in 8 years, though, except come close. It's been 8 years.
Mark, I find Campbell folds under pressure. That's why Ryan Garcia is a live dog in this, because if you look at the fights that he's lost it when Lomachenko stepped on the gas, got inside the pocket, started throwing a lot of shots. It just overwhelmed him, and he folded. Same with the first guy. Who was the first guy he lost to? What's his name? Mendes just overwhelmed him. Just swarmed him with big shots, just throwing big shot after big shot, and in the end, he just sort of like folded. I think he's all right when he's fighting at his own pace, you know, and his own distance. But I think as soon as someone steps to him and makes him work, he just doesn't have enough pop to get these guys off him, and it's just constant. You know, when you can't get them off you, you just constantly in defence, and then you start thinking negative thoughts, and before you know it, you're asleep.
Has he ever fought a pressure fighter?
Yeah, Ivan Mendy and Loma.
Okay, yeah. I mean, Ivan Mendy. I didn't see that fight, but I'll definitely check it out.
Loma's a pressure fighter. Loma's a pressure fighter.
Mendy is a pressure fighter, and that's what he just swarmed Campbell all night. Didn't give him time to think, and Campbell just folded. He was getting hurt numerous times in that one. And I think the same with Lomachenko. When Lomachenko's tried to box Campbell from distance, I think he's struggling a little bit. That's what I keep saying on Lomachenko. I think Lomachenko's a lot better in the pocket than he is at distance. A lot better.
Yeah.
And I think as soon as Lomachenko stepped inside her and started letting the body shots go and the fucking uppercuts and the hooks.
Shit. Yeah, Lomachenko is good at moving the pocket around, without giving up too much ground. He doesn't retreat. He just moves like it's mostly like a triangle, like positioning. Like he's in front of you, it's either to your side, both sides, your right hand side or your left hand side, That's how it works, But you got to match his speed, in terms of footwork.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll get back onto that later, but we'll go on to the Danny Jacobs, Demetrius Andrade share a card. I said that's probably the next fight for them two. What's your thoughts on that, guys?
Yeah, I wish they would just be fighting each other. And the other one, not to switch subjects, but the other one is Luis Ortiz and Andy Ruiz on the same fucking card. Like, why do I need to see Andy Ruiz and Chris Arreola, who's fucking retired?
Because fucking Luis Ortiz, he really needs another warm up, don't he? I mean, fucking how old is he going to be when he fights Ruiz?
Yeah,
he's going to look like Morgan Freeman in there.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, why don't you guys just make fucking Jacobs and Andrade and Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz? What's the problem, bro? Just come on, man. We've all been sitting here waiting for boxing to like come back, at a high level, and like, come on, man, just come on, give me a fucking break with that shit. Yep. Well, I guess you guys are stuck with me for a little while there, aren't you? Yo,
you got to be that fight's got to be between Jacobs and Andrade. Jacobs at the age now, he's been in so many big fights. Does he need to be sharing a card with Andrade? He needs to be in big. That could be a big fight and just get it on. How many warm-ups do these guys need, man? Oh, but the COVID. Get out of here, man. These are millionaires. You tell them they can't afford a gym in their fucking house.
Yeah, exactly.
It's inexcusable.
Mate, you could listen, mate. You could pay sparring to come in your house and do sparring. There's no excuse for fighters to say that. Oh well, the gyms are closed. All right, the ones at the bottom. I understand that the ones that ain't making the money. Yes, but the millionaires, get out of here, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the little Andrew Maloney's of the world, that's one thing. The fucking Danny Jacobs is in there who's gotten Canelo paydays and Golovkin paydays. And
I think you got 12 million to fight Canelo. So
yeah,
that's gonna buy a gym, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look, I think Danny Jacobs destroys Andrade.
I'd love to see. I love Stu. I love Danny Jacobs. See, him and Sean Porter are my two favorite of the Americans.
Yeah, hey, do you know what, Johnny? You're probably not far wrong with me either. Like, yeah. So, there's nothing to hate about Danny Jacobs. Nothing. How can you look at Danny Jacobs and think, no, I don't like that guy? You've got to fucking have a cold heart to dislike someone like him. I could understand if you said you didn't like, say, fucking Floyd or Frotch or fucking someone like that. You know what I mean? Not him. I mean, look, he gave Golovkin all he could handle. That fight was very close for me. I mean, he gave Canelo a good fight as well. I mean, the only time he's ever been destroyed was when he fought Pirog, wasn't it? Pirog.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
and that was a decade ago. And
I'll tell you what, though. Yeah, I was shocked when he knocked out Quillen that early. I was shocked when he knocked out Quillen.
That was nice to see. Fucking Danny Jacobs and Porter are my two favorite fighters. Whether they're they might be the number 3 or 4 guys in the division, but they get in there with everybody, and it's competitive every time. They get in there and they don't duck anybody, and they're not big mouths, bro.
Look, but the thing is, Danny Jacobs, he's making a lot of money because he didn't go with the trend. He went with Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn is going to make you more money than Heyman will, and that's just a fact.
And the other American one that I tip my hat to, even Mexican American, but is Josecito Lopez, bro. How many good fights has that fucking guy been in? 1 million. He had a fucking war with Victor Ortiz, broke his jaw, had a war with Maidana, had a pretty good fight.
Yeah, he's tough, but he's been dropped more times than fucking Gemma Jameson's panties. I mean,
I know. He's given us some good entertainment over the years. That's all.
Yeah. Look. Lopez give Furman a kittens, didn't he?
Yeah, dude. He's been in a lot of fun fights.
Where's Mark anyway? Mark, you there? Virtuoso, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead. What's your thoughts on Jacobs v Andrade if that fight's next?
Man, you know what? I think I'm gonna go with Jacobs, man, just on sheer toughness. He makes it up there with Andrade. He's not gonna get that many chances, opportunities, to hit him clean, because Andrade likes to do that slippery style, that counter shot thing. It's not a style that I want to see out of an Andrade, but if it wins some points, whatever. But I would go with Jacobs, just hoping that he would knock him the fuck out.
Yeah, because the thing with Jacobs, right? Jacobs actually is very dangerous in the pocket. Very dangerous. I mean, he throws explosive combinations. Andrade is terrible in the pocket, and he leaves himself to big shots all the time. I mean, Cole Kai hit him with a shot, and he just did not recover. He was fucking wobbling all over the place. And I just think if Jacobs gets you hurt, you're big trouble. I think Jacobs could outbox Andrade on the back foot too. I'm not impressed with Andrade. I don't know what his fuss is about him.
Well, yeah, I think he has the height advantage too. Am I not mistaken? Because he's 6'1", so Andrade is what, 5'10"?
Yeah. Look, it's not a lot, so it ain't going to mean a lot. But Jacobs is he's the sort of guy that can go to war, but he can also fucking get on his toes and get on the run, and he's hard to catch. Golovkin will tell you that.
Oh yeah.
So, I just think Jacobs has got all angles covered when it comes to Andrade. I really do. For me, Jacobs is the third best middleweight in the world right now, but even probably the second, because the way Golovkin's looking right now, I think Jacobs wins that one.
Yeah, Golovkin's on the decline. I don't even want to go there. It's it's terrible how he just it's just such a downside. You go from you having all 3 belts, and then Canelo. Don't even get me started with those 2 fights, man. I thought they were really close, but I thought the first one was a robbery. You lose to Canelo. But then you take the easy road. You get all this money to fight Steve Rolls, and then what's his face? And I'm like, whatever, man. Marty Rosman. Yeah. And I'm like, you know what?
Let that sink in a bit. Let that sink in a bit. That monster Golovkin that everyone seems to fucking dick ride on this fucking channel, right? That guy, right? He dragged Varnis Martirosyan from the grave, and this is not an all-time great. This is Martirosyan that, all right, he's half decent. He gave Charlo a good fight, didn't he? Come on, mate. He ain't. I don't want to be cruel, but he ain't that fucking good. Let's just say that he ain't.
No.
He's just one of them guys. He's one of them guys that if you have a bad night, he could nick a win against you. But let's be real, man. Why is he fighting Varnis Martirosyan, a 154 guy who wasn't even good at that in that division? Come on, Golovkin. He's got no excuses. And some of the fights he's took, mate. He's laughing at you, fucking all you fanboys. He's laughing at you. Do you know what I mean? And these are the same guys calling Canelo names. You fucking guys, man.
No.
Evaluate your lives. Evaluate.
You gotta be objective here, and it's like Golovkin is just padding his bank account with fights.
Listen. I understand that virtuoso, and fair play to him. It's a tough business. Make as much money as you can, but I keep hearing about Golovkin. Everyone's ducking Golovkin. Golovkin could have fought better guys than what he's fought. He's never look. He wanted Canelo because that was the big payday. Of course he did, and then he's been chasing Canelo ever since. That's all he cares about, and that's what when you've got your mind focused on one guy, so obsessed, a bit like Kell Brook with Amir Khan. You don't focus on the guys you're fighting, and that's when you take your eye off the ball. And look, if you can't fucking get Derevchenko out there, or even dominate the fight against Derevchenko, I mean, for me, you ain't beating Jacobs. That's just it.
Mark said in the chat, Andrade is a damn bum. He's never beaten a current or former world champion.
That's why I want Mark to come on, say his piece, because Mark talks sense, man. Look, the thing is,
Mark says he's running home.
Some boxing fans, they see flashy highlight reels, and American commentators go wild over some average fucking shot, and they get excited themselves. But me and Mark, because we like fucking level-headed here, we just say what we see, and the facts are that Andrade has never once shown me that this guy is a class fighter. He hasn't. I mean, I had Billy Joe Saunders to beat him.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I'm not too far off
Andrade.
Yeah.
Who's Andrade fought since he's been? Who's Andrade fought? Come on, look. I don't care what anyone says, but Eddie Earn had something to do with that Billy Joe thing, man. I don't think he fancied it. I don't think Eddie fancied that at all. He was fucking happy that. I mean, the Boston border control? They're the only ones that banned. They're the only ones that banned. The Massachusetts. They're the only ones that banned fucking Billy. Everyone else said he could fight. Come on, mate. Eddie had something to do with that. Didn't fancy it, mate.
Over nasal spray.
I'll say something on that. Xylophone, is only banned in actual competition. You're actually legally allowed to use that when you're training. When you're in the ring itself, you're not allowed to. The Massachusetts State Athletic Commission said they were adhering to the rules of WADA, and WADA themselves said, well, it's not really bannable, but they still stripped them. They had the man stripped, which means they must have been paid in the back end. That's just being honest. Whether you agree with PEDs or not, that one's actually illegal unless it's in his substance in the ring. Did they ever fight, gentlemen? No. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, great points, Mark. I was trying to fucking.
Yeah. That's a good point. He's a fucking
also, fuck Andre. This man's never fought a current or former world champion, like a proper one. Jack Cote don't count. That was for a regular belt. Don't count. Vanas was never a world champion. Vanas was a solid 154 pounder. Once again, another nearly, right? Andre then comes up to 160, beats Walter Cock and Dockwith, gets a fucking belt, holds on to it. His best opponent since has been Selecki. A dude that's name took me 2 weeks to learn how to pronounce. That's not even a joke. In 6 years, his best opponent is Selecki. Well, he was originally meant to move up. I don't know if anyone remembered this. Stu may remember it. Stu, you know Andy Lee, how Andy Lee became world champion by knocking out Korobov, right? Do you remember that? Andy Lee knocked out Korobov, yeah. So he knocks out Korobov. Yeah, he knocks out Korobov. Andy Lee shouldn't have been in that ring. Andrade should have. Because Andrade was the one offered the fight by the WBO. Andrade was the one mandated to fight Korobov. Andrade was offered a career-high payday at the time, and Andrade refused to fight Matvey Korobov for a career-high payday to become a two-weight world champion because, and I quote, it wasn't enough money. Fuck Demetrius.
Yeah, fuck Demetrius Andrade. He's irrelevant.
Fuck him. Fuck Boo Boo.
Yeah, I don't know what he's complaining about not getting big fights, man. I don't understand, man. You signed with Eddie Hearn. You know, he gave you ability. Yeah, and then ain't much popping. So fuck it. His career's gonna fade out.
Fucking doo-doo.
Doo-doo, poo-poo, boo-boo, whatever.
Doo-doo stains and
Sorry about that, guys. I just could not unmute my. I was pressing. I had to come up to. That's why I asked him to come on, because sometimes he explains. That's the. What?
Breaking up.
Give me one moment that you've seen of Andrade. Like, oh, this guy's going to be a talent. I haven't got.
Stu's going to war over there.
This guy, I fancy even Golovkin's so fucking slow. Golovkin knocks out.
Stu, you're breaking up.
Yeah, Stu, drop out, man. Drop out to come back.
Yeah. No, it's because my speaker wasn't on. I had to come out as my speaker. Is that better?
Yeah.
Check 1, 2.
Let's see.
Much better.
No echo.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
All right.
Yeah, it's my fucking Discord. I'm struggling to unmute sometimes. I have to come out and come on again. But just take over, Mark, will you, when I go to the toilet?
Yeah, same here. I gotta take a piss.
I don't care about you two. Yo, what's happening, everybody in the chat? What's going on? Yo, Revolution, what's happening? What's happening?
I haven't spoken to you in a while, Mark. I'm doing. We'll put it that way. I'm doing.
That sounded so goddamn depressing. I'm like, what's going on? I haven't talked to you in a while, Mark. What are you gonna do? Cut me? The hell?
I ain't cutting nobody, bub.
Revolution.
What do you
if
want?
If you talk like that again, I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm gonna blow my fucking own head off. Okay? Jesus Christ, you sad son of a bitch. You depressed fuck.
I'm trying to sound happy too. My God, dude, I'm trying
What's
to.
The matter with you, What's the matter with you, Revolution? You've been dumped or something? Has Revolution been dumped? What's the matter with him?
I got nothing, Stu. Don't worry about it. We're good.
All right, you're not good.
I didn't mean to bum everybody out. Come on, I didn't know I was gonna come and bum everybody out.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
It's okay. Okay.
You sound like the guy at The Sopranos when he goes to see his shrink, man. What's wrong with you, man?
Been working a lot. I got 2 jobs now. Been working double shifts like a few times a week.
Can I have one of those jobs?
No days off. You could have the job at the package store that I hate. Holy fuck.
Let me have it.
I'm gonna. You know what? I don't want to. Is this the Revolution show or is this boxing debate? What is this?
Yo, Revolution. Give me one of those jobs. I'll fucking give you half your rent.
Oh my God, Johnny. Oh my God. If I showed you those numbers, Johnny, you would be depressed. All right.
I'm coming to Connecticut.
Come to Connecticut. Pay half my fucking rent, please. Give me. I'm not even gonna put that number out there. You guys will gasp.
Yeah, I'm not gonna work again until January.
Revolution.
I'm having the rest of the year off, mate.
Good for you, Stu.
Listen, I've gone through quite a bit recently. Like I said, I was working. Like I said, I worked for my dad, didn't I? And like when he went, couldn't fucking get to grips with going in the place without him there, sort of thing. So I thought, fuck it. I had a few quid in the bank, so I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna use that and enjoy the rest of the year. So I'm looking to go back January, mate.
Did I hear you correct, Stu? When you said you couldn't go in without him there? What, you worked with your father?
Well, yeah, because when you go to work, you expect. I've been working with him for so long. You expect him to be there. He ain't fucking there, is he?
That's a big whole other aspect. I didn't know that part. I knew we were taking time off. I didn't make the connection.
I got the creeps a little bit. Yeah, I got little creeps. So I went through a midlife crisis, didn't I? I went and bought myself a sports car, and I'm fucking driving around like I'm fucking Magnum now.
Fuck it, buddy, do it. Hey, but for real, then definitely take some time off.
Like I said, I've been going out and enjoying myself, mate. January comes, I'm gonna have to obviously get stuck in again. You can't fucking live like this forever. But
you know what?
It's been a shit year, though, isn't it? Like I said, it's been a shit year for everyone.
This has probably been one of the worst years of my life, probably the past decade. But beside that, it's like last year I did get in a couple car accidents that weren't my fault. And I did get a nice text from my attorney today saying, "Hey, we got some papers to come down and
you're one of them. You're one of them You're one of them slippery motherfuckers, ain't you? That breaks on people so you could so the backside
Hell
you get
no,
fucking
dude.
compensation for whiplash.
Hell no.
I know them sort. I know you're one of them guys, ain't you?
Don't start, bro. I was sitting at stop signs and red lights. Okay, I was sitting completely still with a bright red car, and motherfuckers come smashing in behind me. All right, I legit, my neck was hurt. Not enough to get. Wait, I'm not gonna bury myself. But the point is, I'm gonna get a little settlement soon, hopefully, and I might be able to tell the package store guys to go fuck themselves. I'll just.
I get worried. I get worried with my car when I'm at traffic lights. I look in the mirror, and if I see someone pulling a bit too quick, I'll fucking try and veer the car to the left a little bit.
Listen,
I watch that. Because I don't need some fucking guy that's got third party insurance hitting me up the fucking arse in my 50 grand motor. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I keep an eye out for the shit, but. Most of the time, people keep an eye out for you anyway because they don't want to hit that, do they? You know, they hit that, and their insurance is going to be like 3 times.
Oh yeah.
So I'll tell you about how I totaled one of my cars. Right. All right. So I was going to North Chicago, which is the ghetto, and to purchase something and whatever. But I was on my way down there, and fucking, there's this big loopy turn. Right, it's like you can it's a one-way. It's a two-way street, but you can take this left, but it like veers back the other way, right? So it's like a fucking what degree would that be? It's like 165-degree angle over here or something like that, dog. Like you can take this left, but it's almost like you're turning around. So at the last minute, this fucking guy just slams on it, dog. Right? So the car in front of me hit him. I hit that car, and it was a 3-car pileup. We all got taken to the fucking hospital and everything else. My car was totaled. Both of their cars were totaled. And I didn't have nothing. I was just a little sore.
Yeah. Do you know what scares me on the road? Women. When I see a fucking woman when I see a woman in a car, I accelerate past her before she can cause me any fucking damage. Look, they're on their phones. They're looking at the fucking hair. They're putting the makeup. They're doing everything. It's playing with the stereo, doing everything but looking at the fucking road. I mean, they scare the life out of me.
Playing Candy Crush.
I picked my chick up earlier. She lives in a village, a town about 20 miles away, right? And I went and picked her up. I'm going for it, and I got cut up. I had this fucking. There was 4 bits of bad driving. Just put it that way. Every one of them was a fucking woman. I said to my missus, I bet the last one. I bet that's a fucking woman and all. I can just tell. And she laughed because when it went past, God forbid, Lord forbid, you know what I mean? It's a fucking woman.
This is
hang on. Disclaimer.
Hang on.
Go.
Disclaimer.
Revolution.
Women are.
Yeah, we can hear you, Brian. But we can hear you. So this last little chick I was fucking with, not my main one, but you know. When I had that other job like a few months ago, she was working there, and she was like, "Listen, no, listen to Stu. Listen to this."
I'm listening, brother. I'm listening.
So she was like 21, and she lived in a foster home. Okay, listen, but she was
she's fucked up in the head then.
Yeah, so she was hot. So I was like, whatever. Fucking, she didn't know how to drive. She didn't know how to drive, dog. I taught her how to drive in a bunch of vacant parking lots, dog. I'm dead serious. And I swear, hand to God, now she's fucking whipping around town like it ain't, like it ain't nothing. I'm like, oh my God, that's fucking great.
That's one thing my friends will tell you. I can fucking drive.
I can drive, dog.
Listen, mate, I was fucking racing go-karts from a kid, right? Going around tracks. You know what I mean? I was up, the Formula 1 game on the PlayStation. I actually got to number 40 in the world on that game when I was seriously in. Yeah, I was number 40 in the world in it. I mean, nice. I could drive, man, and that's one thing I can do. But
and Stu, here's the thing: my dad used to drag race. My uncle used to drag race. Not to mention, my dad drove fucking Peterbilt for 40 years too. my grandpa drag race. Like I say, I'm like the fucking girl on my cousin Vinny over here. My father was a mechanic. My fucking brother was a mechanic.
Yeah, but them fucking drag cars, man. I mean, I've watched some nasty crashes in them. When the back end goes on them, mate, they fucking start to fly in the air, don't they?
I went. The fastest I ever went on a drag strip, bro, was I did the quarter mile in like 2-something seconds. Like it's the biggest adrenaline rush. I don't fuck all these drugs.
What was the time you said?
It's 2 seconds and something. They had these fucking cars in Florida.
Quarter mile?
Yes.
That is insane.
That's psychotic, dude. Because I've been to see the dragsters and the fucking funny cars and all that, but they're like,
or 3 seconds, whatever the fuck it is.
It's low, whatever the fuck. Yeah, we're not splitting hairs on the time then. Okay.
Yeah. It was something. It was like high twos. It was like high twos.
This is like a bullet car.
Yeah.
Mine's quick. Mine's quick. Nowhere near that quick. Fucking hell, that is ridiculous. It's quick. One mistake, you're fucking dead.
My uncle's car. Yeah, I wasn't driving the fucking thing. No. But I have I just used to drive my uncle's Camaro with the nitrous, and that thing ran about 9 or 10 seconds, something like that.
That nitrous stuff, though. You start playing with that, you fucking start setting a light and all sorts.
Dude, he had he had this fucking 69 black Camaro with the gray stripes.
Fucking gorgeous.
Bro. So, and he was letting me, and I was like 18, and he was letting me take it forget about it, bro. It was a wrap, dog. It was a wrap, dog. It was a wrap, bro.
Damn, y'all been in the pits before? Down in the pits where they're fucking firing off those things with Stu said with the nitrous.
When I was a kid,
for that shit. Oh my god, you got a gas
revolution. My dad always goes to the pits when he goes to the drag races. Even when I was a kid, he's like, "Get in here, you fucking pussy!" And I'm like, "All right."
Get the fucking earplugs in. Get the fucking thing over your face.
Oh, we don't wear earplugs. Past the age of revolution, we don't wear earplugs past the age of 12. No. Once you hit puberty, no more earphones.
I ain't going to that, bro. Fuck.
From a young age, man, I've just like I said, I'd fucking scrambler motorbikes. I'd fucking like go-karts. Some of these go-karts do about 80 mile an hour. Some of these fucking I was racing, man, they're quick. You just learn it helps you learn which lines to take, how much fucking understeer or oversteer the car will have, and so you got to adjust to that, and it just helps you find the right lines and the right braking distance. Every Formula One driver has to go to go-karting first. You can't just jump in a fucking car. But look, them drivers are special, man. You look at the TV, it don't look much, does it? They just think you're getting in a car driving around the track, mate. But when you get inside them cockpit cameras, mate, they just show you how good those drivers are. You've got to be super fit as well, fucking super fit.
What's going on here?
I don't like NASCAR, though. And this is the last one. We're going to get back on the box in a minute.
Yeah.
I do not like NASCAR racing. That's fucking shit.
That's not even, and I don't get the whole... The only thing I liked about NASCAR was that movie with Tom Cruise, Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder. That's
that's it. Anyways, man.
Do you guys see the video of the fans at Daytona wilding out, and they're all the fucking guinea horn? Show the guinea horn. You guys see that video?
No, I watched this documentary today. It's on YouTube. Like not today, the other day. It's on YouTube, right? It's about Formula One, the history of Formula One, and in the early days, there was fucking 2 guys dying a week every race. They showed you footage of just racers burning to death in their cars, sitting there just flaming up. I mean, unheard of today, man. Very, very dangerous back then. I should, that's one for you guys to watch. I mean, it'd be fucking intriguing.
I got time to see your boobs, so I want to see some butthole. Show me your butthole!
But yeah, let's get back on the boxing because Butcho's doing his fucking retarded sound bites. So
no,
that means move on.
Revolution sent me that shit. But anyway,
what is Revolution, man? What's wrong with him, man?
He's like H Money. Next, he's
some NASCAR fans.
Yeah, please do not get your fucking dick out on Air Revolution, please.
Did you see the video?
I've seen enough for a lifetime.
Yeah, I need a camera crew.
You guys
Did
hear
you see
me?
the video? Revolution, I sent you the. Did you see the H Money video?
All you need is a magnifying glass. I'll do.
Stop. What was that? Was that Blue Joe? Excuse
Did you see the video I sent you?
You sent me.
Yeah, man. I'd rather not have seen it, to be honest with you, Butch. But look, these are the guys Butch eyes me around.
They call in. Let's open the phone lines. Let Stu take some phone calls. By the way, Brian has been on the Discord on StreamYard for a while now.
Hey,
so.
listen, Rob,
Yeah.
I don't know how it works. So if Brian wants to talk, he's just gonna have to.
Yeah, I told him. Brian, just
don't wait
in.
for me, Brian. I didn't even know you was here, mate. So don't wait for me. You'll be waiting forever. Just if you got something to say, just come.
Man, I get that, man. No worries about it. No, I'll just listen and if I got something to say, if a topic comes up and I got something to say, I'll say something.
Well, yeah, well, let's move on to the topic.
Hold on. What did I just see? Bucho, what did you just show me?
Well, hey, how do I kick Revolution out, but Joe? This is my show. How do I kick him out?
No, he's talking about the video I sent you as well, Stu. You know what I'm talking about.
I've rode around Daytona in the NASCAR.
That's old H Money? That's H Money?
Yeah.
God. I might have to go for a little bit, guys. I'll be back in 15 minutes. I'm freaked out.
Be as long as you want, mate. Be as long as you want.
I gotta take a walk.
Revolution had a break. Revolution had a break. Now, here's what happened. Hang on. Revolution had a breakup, and he did some wild shit last night. He said, I'm nervous, and he did some crazy shit afterwards. He went nuts.
Well, now that he's gone, we won't miss him.
You guys are just gonna have to take over because guess what? I need another fucking piss. I'm drinking some Scotch whiskey. I'm having a bit of Scotch whiskey tonight. It's going through me.
Yeah, I got it for
Yeah, I've had a few glasses myself, so or should I say a few pints
of
what? Whiskey.
Of whiskey?
Killing me. Yep.
With Coke or something, or just whiskey? I thought you were
just whiskey.
Rum. Okay, whiskey.
Whiskey. You drank whiskey on its own in a pint glass.
Oh yeah.
3 pints.
That's insane. That is insane. That's insane.
I know.
The only time I don't drink it in a little, pint glass is when I fucking go to the bar. Then I'm just like, load me up. Give me a huge one. Yeah. Give me a fucking triple Jack and Coke.
Yep.
No, then I can have 4 of them and go home. 5 of them.
I top it up.
Yeah, I'm good with a Jack and Coke. Yeah.
Spend $30-$40, get a fucking thing of wings, 4 or 5 Jack and Cokes, and call it a fucking night.
I've never been a spirits man. I prefer a nice pint idea of lager.
Can you do the wine? I fucking can't do wine, bro, and that's fucking funny coming from Italian.
Mate, when I go out with a chick, mate, fucking I'll buy her a bottle of wine and I'll get the beers in for myself. I can't drink that shit. It dehydrates me, gives me headaches.
Yeah. I was just going to say that fucking wine gives me headaches, bro. And it gives me a fucking headache.
Wine gives me proper headache, especially when you have fucking smoke weed on it.
Yeah. By the end of the night, I'm fucking throwing 6 Advils in my mouth. Like, what the fuck here?
Yeah.
I'm not drunk.
The thing with wine is you
I love wine.
You gotta.
I bet
the thing with wine is you gotta have a
just kidding, buddy. I'm just kidding.
No, it's.
Do you know what makes me laugh? These fucking gobshites, right? That you see in the nightclub, giving it the large, ordering a bottle of champagne. Look, 200 quid that bottle. Yeah, and it tastes like shit, bro. I'll have a pint, please. I mean, showing off buying that shit just to look good, and it tastes fucking horrible.
And you can buy that. You can buy that shit at
does anyone here really like champagne? Come on, man.
I do.
Nah. Well,
I bet you do. Fucking yeah.
No, you know what?
You know what? I'll say this. Maybe sometimes champagne is a little too expensive for my blood. I'll go with a nice Cremant de Burgundy.
There's always baby sham, bro. That's cheap.
A nice Cremant de Burgundy, about $20 on the shelf for us. It's like $30 less than champagne. It's only about 10 miles outside of the Champagne region, so they can't call it champagne. But
Is that what you drink when you watch 50 Shades of Grey?
Yeah. No, for that I like to almost sangria.
Yeah, I like whiskey and beer. That's my choice. I used to drink vodka straight up, but I've started growing out of that stage now, you know. So.
I see. Once that's my two things right there. Either I'll get a vodka, or I'll get a Jack Daniels. If I'm at the bar, I'll get either a vodka or a Jack Daniels. That's it.
Yeah, I used to drink plenty of vodka.
I mean, I'm not really a whiskey lover because I watch my granddad. Because obviously, I've got Irish grandparents from one side. My granddad was an Irishman from Northern Ireland, and he used to fucking drink a lot of whiskey. He'd drink most people, but he became an arsehole when he was on it. You know,
Yeah,
he always wanted to fucking fight me, man. He always wanted to fight me. Every time he's drunk, he'd say, you know, the guy's like fucking. This time he was old. He had a walking stick. You know, he could barely fucking move, and he wants to fight me. Come on in, you gobshite. You know what I mean? Sitting there.
Sounds like an Northern Irishman to me. So.
Give me the ages. Give me the ages. How old are you? How old is he?
Well, I'm like in my early 20s, right? And he's like late 60s. He's got knocked the fuck out. Let's just be real here.
Jesus.
But look, he's my granddad, isn't he? That's why I stopped going to family dues, isn't it? I wasn't worried about someone else starting him. I was worried about my fucking granddad starting him. He hated me for some.
He really wanted to go. It wasn't a scrap with him. Damn, it wasn't a hey, show granddad what you got kind of thing. It was a
I think it was to do with my dad because my dad used to have a lot of rows. My dad would have fucking mutilated him. My dad was a fucking tough guy back in the day, mate. He'd have fucking hurt that guy, but he never did. But the guy was a lovely guy. As soon as you give him a glass of whiskey, next minute he's fucking George Foreman, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. My grandfather was a bare knuckle fighter, and my dad was a boxer. And I joined boxing. But my grandfather, I met none of my grandparents because they all died before I was born. Well, my grandmother died when I was 2 months old, so. But I never really met any of them, so. But I heard stories about my granddad. He had bare knuckle 4 or 5 guys a night.
Someone in the chat says
West Brom Pink Pat said Stu would last 4 seconds with me.
Dude, listen, some kid just said I'm unsubscribing from these alcoholics in the shit. And I said, bro, this isn't an airport. You don't have to announce your departure.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Brilliant. Oh,
it's not a fucking airport, dude.
That was the cleverest shit you ever said, Johnny.
Yeah, but it's like it's like that guy in the house party, isn't it? Where he's saying, anyway, guys, I want to go, yeah? And it's like, yeah. Anyway, guys, I want to get off. Is that time already, innit? He's like, yeah, waiting for everyone to say, I'll buy and give you a cuddle. Just fuck off then, mate, innit? No one gives a shit. And that's a bit like this one, really, isn't it?
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody gives a shit, man.
What's that from, Bucho?
I didn't play that.
That's me.
That's him.
That's
Oh,
just me.
that's Brian.
Yeah. Where are you from, Brian?
From Donegal.
Ah, Donegal.
Yeah.
So you must be you is that Northern Ireland as well?
It's up in the north. It's up the northwest Ireland, but no, it's part of the Republic.
Oh, Republic.
I'm like 20 minutes.
Okay.
I'm like a 20-minute drive from the border.
Yeah, it's all Ireland at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah. Right. So
Virtuoso with the rapid fire machine gun over here. Fucking.
Is that Pigeon in the chat? West Brom Big Pat.
West Brom Big Pat.
Yeah.
He said I wouldn't last 4 seconds with him.
Oh,
Hey, Stu, what do you think about?
No, but that's a lie. That's a lie though, because I could. The time the bell's gone, I could just run around the ring for 10 seconds, and then you've lost the bet already, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
And, if you're one of those big fat Pat, the likelihood is I'm going to be able to get away from you.
yeah.
Hey, Stu, is West Brom even a good team?
West Brom are fucking shit.
That's fair enough.
He's from Birmingham. West Bromwich Albion's in Birmingham.
Yeah, Bucho, don't let Pigeon on. He's a psychopath.
Who is this pigeon? I keep hearing about this pigeon guy. Who is this?
I don't know.
guy?
He's some English fuck that sits on his mom's toilet and drinks whiskeys and tells everybody to go fuck themselves with that fucking accent that Stooges did. He looks like fucking dude. He looks like fucking Jeffrey Dahmer, bro.
Hey, when people from Birmingham speak, it's like it's in slow motion. You're just waiting forever for them to get it out. It's just very slow. It's just
I can't do
it's just a horrendous accent. It really is. But Pigeon was actually giving me respect in the last show, so I'm not going to get at Pigeon.
No, I'm not going to get at him either. I'm just
in the chat. I'm on about in the chat.
Yeah, he's giving me respect on one of the shows, and then next thing he's over somebody else's stream talking shit about me. So, that is what it is.
The pigeon.
Right, we're going to get back to some boxing now because you know what the chat are like. They're going to start. I've come in to hear about men's six packs, not this. Kel Brooks says talks with Terence Crawford are progressing. And getting back on to Amir Khan's also in here says Amir Khan says Kel Brook doesn't want to fight him. Yeah, because he's really worried, isn't he, Amir?
Yeah, really.
I mean, Amir Khan just doesn't doesn't scare anyone anymore.
That dude's a
I
cuck.
don't know, man. I've had a day off like in 3 weeks.
The hell?
Virtuoso, your mic is very
people
low.
need to mute their mics. Jesus.
You probably have to. Yeah, I mean, who was that Italian guy he fought recently?
LaGreco.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, you might as well put fucking Fredo in there from Godfather. He'd have probably given him a better fight. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Fucking Fredo. So I posted it in BDA. Speaking of Fredos, I posted this fucking 60-minute interview.
It's funny. Oh wait.
I posted the 60-minute interview up with Joe Bonanno in BDA's Discord like a couple days ago. And I'm telling you, this was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. He goes, and they're asked, the 60-minute guys asking Joe Bananas, he's like, yo, so if a maid guy sleeps with another maid guy's wife, what happens? And he goes, cuckold. At like 80 years. Oh my god, it was fucking hilarious.
I'm upset because you cut out me.
Hey, that story Sammy the Bull Gravano told about Gambino, innit? Carlo Gambino. They went into this restaurant, and this guy, one of the guys, obviously part of the Gambino family, was a mafia guy. He was in there with his mistress. So obviously he's got a wife, and he's in there with his mistress. And Gambino calls him over, and he goes, do you love me? And this guy goes, of course, Carlo, I love you, man. You're the Godfather, of course I do. He goes, would you do anything for me? And he goes, yeah, of course, Carlo, I'll do anything for you. Right? What was it he said? He goes, oh fucking hell, I've got a trailer fort now. And basically, I've killed it now because I forgot. I'm paraphrasing. Carlo was saying to this guy, he goes, do you love me like you? That's it. He goes, do you love me like your wife? And he goes, yeah, of course I do. And Carlo just smiled, basically, to say, if you love me like your wife, you're fucking sitting there cheating on your wife. And what would you do to me? You'd rat me out in a heartbeat. And it was the way he did it, and that's why Carlo Gambino was the most respected mafia boss.
He was the man. He was the man.
He just said to this guy, he just called him out. He called him out and just said to him, would you do anything more? Do you love me like your wife? He goes, yeah, of course I do, Carlo. And he goes, well, I hope not, sort of thing. And he said, well,
the best.
Because you got the old guard mafia bosses didn't like all that cheating behind wives' backs and stuff.
No.
They wanted these.
All right, guys, we're gonna get back to boxing. We're talking about.
I was going to say it's impossible. We I went like this. Amir Khan. Who do you fight?
Fuck Amir Khan.
The Italian guy. Italians. Oh, remember Sopranos?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
it's like it leads.
So
because
let's do it again.
all right, no,
No.
you know
Let's
what
see,
the
let's see,
problem
hold on,
is? You know what the problem is? Nobody wants to hear anything about Amir Khan. That's the fucking thing.
All right.
So
Well, I did bring.
Give me a
I did bring.
boxer.
And
Give me a
Bucho,
I did bring.
Bucho. There's not shit going on in boxing.
I
just
know.
for
So
the
we
next-
gotta create something. Let's use our imagination here. Let's see.
Okay, so Deontay
mean-
Wilder. Deontay
Fuck
Wilder.
Deontay Wilder. No. I'm tired of Deontay Wilder.
No. He's Afrocentric. Okay, what's going on in Africa lately? What's popping off at Africa?
So now we're gonna end up talking about
African
Africa.
news.
What the hell, man?
No,
Can anyone hear me?
You know what?
Oh god.
Let's see what people in the chat want. All right, we're men of the people, so let's give the people what they want. I see Stu's fighting somebody in the chat.
Ah, man, he told me to go to bed, so I fucking sent him to bed, isn't it? Simple. Time out.
Oh man.
Look, mate, I'd love to talk. Look, I want to talk about boxing. I just brought up the Khan, and the next minute we're talking about everything but Khan. But
Yeah, I know.
the Crawford Calbrook.
Yeah,
Look,
that was
let's
a
get
good
on it.
point. No, that's a good. Well, listen. To be honest, I don't think Kell Brook has anything left, man. So what's the point of him fighting Crawford? I'm not even interested in that fight. A lot of
Payday.
people are going, "Oh, it's the best
Payday.
thing that it's his best option." I'm sure there's other options. Come on, Kell Brook. Did you guys see his last two performances? Horrendous, man. Completely
so-
disgusting.
Yeah. That's payday for Brook. That's it. That's the only reason Brook will take that fight. So 1.5 million. Snap your hand off at this point. He's fucking done.
Yeah, I think people are underestimating Cal Brook's chances. I really do.
I am. Come on, Stu. Based on what? He hasn't done shit in a long time.
Don't matter though.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
Doesn't mean look. I'm not saying he's going to win the fight, but you lot are going on like it's going to be a nothing fight. Where Crawford, I don't think he will. He's a skilled technician, Cal Brook. He's got skills. All right, you don't lose your skills. You might lose other things. You don't lose your skills, though, mate. Look,
I don't know.
I'm
You
picking
do lose.
Crawford.
You
I'm picking
lose
Crawford to win that.
reflexes.
Crawford's been getting hit with big shots. I mean, let's be real. Benavidez can start tagging him out. Cal Brook's got a chance.
Kell Brook is not that heavy of a hitter, man. At the elite level. And listen, as soon as Crawford, this is my opinion, of course. As soon as he starts hurting Kell Brook, he's gonna quit, man. That's what Kell Brook is now. Like he's broken. Golovkin broke him, man. You saw it against Spence. He was a good fight, competitive, and then he just gave up, man. I don't know. He was afraid of getting hurt again.
Yeah, do you know what that Golovkin did that to him?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but look, he took that fight too. And let's be real, he went from 160 to 147. Worst thing you could ever do, man. He looked he was all right until he fucking the weight cut started to take its toll, which is the latter round. And Spence started going to the body and hitting him with big body shots, and it sort of like slowed him down. And Spence started to take control then. But he was doing really well at one time. I just think the fucking stamina fucking let him down.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It's just, yeah. I don't know if he has it in him anymore. I think for a big fight, maybe he might get up for it, and he might start training and do his work. But,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if I think he can look good for 5 or 6 rounds and then he'll fade.
So what's the point?
That's,
So do you want to see that fight, Brian? Are you? Will you be excited about that fight?
Look, who else do you want? Who else could he fight him then? Come on, don't say any Heyman fight because that's not going to happen. Who else is out there right now?
Right, hold on. Let me go through the rankings or something.
Let Butcher answer this.
Wait, hold on. You putting? I need to do some research here. Hold on. Let's see. Let's go to the rankings. Pretty sure there's somebody else, man.
Yeah, look at Butcher's. Butcher's got full of ideas, isn't he? And
Wait, hold on. Let's see. I'm on fightnews.com. I'm going through the rankings here. Let's see. He's the WBO champion. There's Danny Garcia. He's fighting Spence, Virgil Ortiz. That's not happening. Mikey Garcia. I'd rather see Mikey Garcia and Terence Crawford than broken Kell Brook and Terence Crawford. Now I know he's British too, so I know you're being patriotic and all, but you gotta
Oh,
You gotta
Yo,
see
yo.
hey,
the
hey,
truth.
hang on a minute.
One second.
Hang on a minute. I know. Shut up, Revelin.
Hey, let me. Okay, go ahead. Say your one thing. Then I'm gonna say my one. Actually, my one
All right,
thing is
one at
this.
a time. One at a
Kel,
time.
bro- Kel broke. Kel broke.
Kel broke. There you go. Kel broke, Stu. Kel broke. Stu, you're muted, by the way.
I'm done, Stu.
Stu's pissed off.
If this fight was on 154, would you watch it?
Yeah, that'd be a little bit better, just a little.
Yeah.
You know, the guy's not
'Cause
moving down.
that's honestly that's his best. That's his best chance. You know, if Crawford moves up in weight,
Yeah.
Haynes is more like, yeah.
Can he even make 147? Still, you're back.
No.
I don't know what's wrong with Stu.
Butcher.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Funny thing about Butcher, right? He sits there. He goes, "You just want to see Cal Brook because you're patriotic and all that." Like. But then he mentions Mikey Garcia, the Mexican. I mean, look, the hypocrisy.
I don't give a shit about Mike. You know my thoughts on Mikey. I don't like that guy. He screwed us all over, man. Why did he have to move up in weight?
And listen, mate, that guy. I don't ever want to see him fight again. Never mind fight fucking Crawford. I mean, come on. What did that guy do to convince you that he deserves a Crawford fight?
He sucked.
Come on.
I'm saying it's better than Kel Brook. What has Kel
No,
Brook
it's not.
done?
Kel Brook would beat fucking Mikey as well.
All right, but at least Mikey beat that guy. What's his name again? Come on, guys, help me out. His last fight.
Lipinets.
No. Mikey Garcia.
What about him?
He beat this guy. Well, what's his name again? My mind's going blank. The other
Well, there
Mexican
you go.
American.
That says it all, doesn't it?
No, I know. Yeah, but it's better than Kel Brook, whoever he fought. I don't even know who he fought. Jesse Vargas. Hey, come on. Jesse Vargas was a decent opponent, man. Although I thought he was weight-trained.
Vargas was shot to pieces. Shot to pieces.
Yeah.
You could have made a jigsaw out of fucking Vargas that night.
All right, better than Kel Brook. Who the fuck did Kel Brook beat in his last two fights?
Look, mate, his career has been the biggest disappointment in boxing for me, and I don't have any sympathy for him. He just doesn't fancy it. But look, he's got talent. There's no doubt in the kid's got talent. If you can't see talent in Cal Brook, I don't know what to tell you. But it's like you said, he's been out of the ring. Inactivity. No, look, inactivity. Right, inactivity. Just don't seem to have the stomach for it anymore. Yeah, I could see why you guys are not. But I'm looking at the other options, and it's like saying Mikey. If that fight's made, all you lot will be on here moaning about it.
Yeah,
I'm moaning about fucking Cal Brook.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
Sean Porter.
like Stu said. Listen, there's no denying Kel Brook has a lot of skills. Like, just go watch that Sean Porter fight. But that was a long time ago. So that's my issue with Kel Brook. He's not the same.
Yeah, I'm on about Sean Porter versus what's his name, Crawford.
That would be a great fight, man.
Yeah, that's where I'm with that. Sean Porter and Crawford next. That's the
fight I'd like. But I'm happy with Kel Brook Crawford. Yeah. I'd like to see Terence Crawford come over to England.
You know, that would actually be a more competitive fight than him against fucking Amir Khan. You know, with Amir Khan, he was just bitching and moaning, you know, complaining about his leg, like that. I think Kel Brook shows up and brings it. You know, so I think
talking about that's a good point. And also, Stu mentioned that Kel Brook's career has been a big disappointment. You know what? Terence Crawford's last part, because I think this is the last part of his career. This part is going to shit. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
I
agree.
I agree. Yeah.
Let me say this real quick.
Mister, I don't want to take a pay cut.
Yeah.
Let me just say this real quick. Yeah, I don't have a huge problem with Crawford and Brook. I'm not going to call it a cherry pick or nothing like that. It's a name. It's a name. But yeah, obviously him and Porter would be in my opinion, that would be a hell of a good fight. So just like it was with Porter and Spence, you know.
What do you call the other guy too at the PBC? You guess, or what's his name? Oh, forget his fucking name now.
Yeah, you guess.
Come on, bro. So what are you fuckers talking about, bro?
You get the pigeon now.
Bit of chicken here, nigga.
What?
Oh, come on. You come on with that.
That's pigeons too. The one and only.
Don't land
Come on, man.
unless it's
You're
from
lucky.
Johnny.
You're lucky to have me here. You both know it. You know what we're talking about. What fight? And I'll give you a prediction. My woman will give you a prediction as well. She'll give you a prediction as well, bro. What prediction do you
highly
want?
doubt you. I highly doubt you have a woman. But there we go. Carry on.
Big Stew, man. This is the first time I've ever spoke to Big Stew. Can I have a direct conversation with Stew?
Go ahead, brother. You called in. That's what I'm here for. Hang on. Let me just shut my dog at 1 minute.
It's nice to speak to you, man. But let's get a prediction on the fight, then, man. Come on, let's go. This is from Central Birmingham, bro. Centre of Birmingham, the UK's second city. From the centre. Tell me what you want me to predict. I'm always right. I'm always right.
So what do you want to what do you want to talk to me about then, Pigeon?
I don't want to speak to you about much because there's not much for me and you to say.
No? I'm disappointed, Pigeon, man. Very disappointed in you. I was hoping we could have some dialogue, brother.
Oh, wow. No, ma'am.
So I take it with that accent, you're probably a Cal Your 5 fan then. From Birmingham.
Is a piece of shit. He can't.
Do you know?
He wants a Charlie Edwards fight, and he's a piece of shit. So I'm not a Cal Your 5 fan, bro.
I mean, Charlie Edwards, man. Every time I watch Charlie Edwards, I lose the will to live.
He's an absolute bum. Did you watch him against the Mexican guy where he went like that? He got hit in the stomach.
Yeah,
basically, he was losing that fight. He was losing that fight, and he punked out of that fight. But as boxers, I boxed as well for many years. I'm 50 years old. I look great for 50 years old.
You're 50 years old. You sound 15, brother.
Yeah, but there you go. There you go.
You look like a better ass.
But the thing is, Charlie Edwards, he was living a bit of a false life, a bit of an Eddie Hearn false reality. Basically, living on his morals, and he earned the money that he earned. And I like the fact that Charlie Edwards earned it. I'm an Englishman. I'm Irish descent.
We can
I'm
tell.
half Irish.
I'm an alien. I'm an alien.
No. I'm half Irish, half Irish. But I think he did well, Charlie Edwards, because he was an average man who got to a good level. He didn't deserve the WBC level, but I think he had about 4 or 5. He had more defenses than
Yeah, but do you want me to tell you where I am? Do you want me to tell you where I am with Charlie Edwards?
Go on, Stu.
I'd rather see Eddie the Eagle Edwards in a boxing ring than him.
Well, I am Eddie the Eagle Edwards, man. There you go.
Eddie the Eagle Edwards was a fucking guy that did the snow jump in the Olympics and couldn't see.
He made an effort. The thing.
No, yeah, but he fell over every time he jumped, and that's how useless the guy was. And Charlie Edwards is the same. He just never impresses me. No, he never impresses me. Every time I watch Charlie Edwards, I'm thinking, hurry up, fucking finish. The next fight can come on. I just don't like the Edwards brothers, man. It's not like I don't like them as people. I just don't like them as fighters. I hate that style. And I'm the first to fucking get stuck into the Americans when they fight like that. So I've got to be fucking down the middle here.
Let's have a discussion about Eddie the Eagle. Eddie the Eagle, in terms of British culture, let me just have a discussion about this. Stu just mentioned this, and it is a big thing, you know. You would look at me now and you'd think I was a small man. I'm 6'2", I'm quite tall, even though I look a bit nerdy and I'm sitting down. I'm a tall guy. You'd listen to Stu and you'd think he was like, just because of his accent. He's probably a very tall guy. What I'm saying to you, there's a lot of bad things like Eddie the Eagle Edwards and that in terms of what he did in ski jumping. He never come from the fucking. I don't think he'd ever been to the Alps or anything like that. It's all down to mentality and what you got in your brain. if you've got a good brain on you and you're going to do something, you're going to do something in life. And I respect Eddie the Eagle for that. And I know people take the piss and they think he's an idiot. And
hang on a minute, hang on. Can I just stop you there? If I knew you was going to fucking read out Eddie the Eagle's biography, I wouldn't have mentioned his name.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I just think, Stu, why do they focus on everything negative about Britain? That's what I'm saying.
Who is saying negative stuff about Britain? I'm not getting.
I think the media does. I think our own media does. I think the BBC does.
Well, of course, they're a bunch of fucking Marxist traitors. Of course they do, man. They hate everything about. America's got the same problem, man. America's got the same problem. But I don't really want to get into politics because politics just makes me angry, and I can't be around that now. I'm trying to be calm in my old age. You know, when you mention politics to me, especially the way these fucking lefties are going about business, I get really angry. So I try and keep it to the boxing.
True though. Yeah, it's very true. It is what it is. The whole planet's gone a bit mad, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, you're proof of that.
Well, there you go. But it is what it is.
But listen. I'm only having a wind up with you. Just we're having a little.
That's all right. Listen, you can ask me any question if you want.
Listen, I'll ask you a question then, a boxing question, right?
Go on.
Who's your? First, I want to know your favourite fighter, so I know I'm dealing with it. Who's your favourite fighter?
Nigel Benn. Huh? Nigel Benn. Nigel Benn.
I mean, yeah, look. I love Nigel Benn. I actually went to see Nigel Benn fight in his life.
Yeah, I've watched him about 4 times as well. So
yeah, no, but I went to watch him fight a guy called Gypsy Carmen in his early fights. My dad took me. My dad said, "Look, I'm taking
Gypsy.
you." I remember I was a young kid. My dad said, "Look, we're going to go see this guy."
He used to fight for the Marines back in them days.
Are we going to have a dialogue here? We're going to have a dialogue here. What?
Yeah. Sorry about that. I was enjoying that.
It reminds me when I'm around people that are on coke. They just fucking don't let you talk, do they?
But, I don't take drugs, Stu. So
I did. Heavy drinking. That's all.
Yeah, listen. Yeah. Where were we again?
Come on, Buccio.
Nigel Benn. Nigel Benn. I went to see Nigel Benn fight a guy called Gypsy Carmen in his early days. You know, he was called Big Ben, and he went called the Dark Destroyer. He used to wear the army shorts. And I remember he fought this guy called Gypsy Carmen, and I don't know where they found this fucking Gypsy Carmen, man. But every time he threw a shot, his shorts fell off. He didn't have no elastic in his fucking shorts, so they were down his ankles most of the time. And in the end, Nigel put us all out of our misery and knocked the fucking clown out. But I remember that fight clearly, and ever since then, I've been a Nigel Benn fan. I mean, the Gerald McKellar night. I mean, obviously, bad, tragic ending.
How old are you, Stu?
Let's just say. I'm around Povetkin's age. Let's just say that. You know, I'm not a young kid anymore.
You're not an Ortiz.
I ain't that fucking old. I mean, my dad's not even Ortiz.
Well, you must be older than you say. If you watched Nigel Benn back in the day, I used to go to a nightclub in Ibiza, which is in Spain, and like I was married to a Spanish woman for years, man. And I've been married about 3 times. I was married to a Spanish woman.
Yeah, and I can't think for 1 minute why they left you.
Well, there you go.
I'm only kidding, brother. I'm only kidding.
No, you're a lovely guy, man. But the thing is,
listen, mate, I've enjoyed our convo.
I need to ask you a question.
I've enjoyed it.
Do you think Nigel Benn was the best super middleweight ever?
Wait, hold on.
Do you think Nigel Benn was the best super middleweight ever? This is
what Joe Calzaghe was. Nigel Benn will tell you that. Nigel Benn and Chris Eubank will tell you Calzaghe was the best.
Stu, was Joe Calzaghe overrated?
Look,
yeah, 100%.
not to
There
me,
you go.
but
And a British
Calzaghe
saying
was
it.
a
Well, that's
fucking
good.
fantastic fighter, man. Fantastic
You
fighter.
didn't answer my
Calzaghe.
questions, too.
Brilliant.
You
What?
answer my question.
What?
Was he
Is
overrated?
he overrated?
Yeah.
Not in my eyes, no. I mean, how can you be overrated and beaten 46 fights? You know,
Yeah, but
he
come
fought
on.
Kessler. He fought Kessler when Kessler was a fucking monster. Right?
Can't
Let's
rate
not
that,
the
man.
Kessler, not the Kessler that looked fucking about 60-year-old against Andre Ward. He fought. He fought. All right, he fought an old Eubank, drop Eubank in the first round.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean? Fucking,
yeah.
Look, battered Jeff Lacey to a pulp. He's had. Look, I remember when Omar Sheikha come over. I mean, I don't know if you remember Omar Sheikha, but Omar Sheikha was knocking everyone out at the time.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not great,
true
mate.
as well.
But Calzaghe fucking, he fucking bashed this guy all around the ring. Very.
Stu's not Welsh. I'm actually half Welsh, half Irish, so I've got a lot of. I got more of a connection to Calzaghe than I have Stu. My personal take on what Stu just said is correct. He lived in a particular time in boxing that existed. The Eubanks were going out. The Bens were going out. You had Steve Collins that was coming in, but he was average.
Collins chucked his belt. Collins give his belt up so he didn't have to fight Calzaghe. Look, Calzaghe. Problem with Calzaghe. Badly managed at times, and he was Calzaghe was very amateurish with his build up to fights. I mean, the guy, he wrapped his own hands and he couldn't even wrap them properly. He used to take his gloves off. His hands would be unwrapped in the fucking gloves. I mean, that's how amateur is it in the world? That's why he slapped his punches in the end, because he broke his hands too much. You know what I mean? So,
but he was a great.
I remember when he fought Mitchell. Hang on a sec. I remember when he fought. I think it was Brian Mitchell. It might have been Brian Mitchell. Mitchell dropped Calzaghe with a big shot, right?
Yeah, he did.
Byron Mitchell, I think it was. He dropped Calzaghe with a big shot.
Byron Mitchell dropped him.
Yeah, and everyone's thinking, "Fuck me, Calzaghe's hurt." What? Hang on a sec. Shut up. Let me finish. Right, Calzaghe got dropped with a big shot. Right, I'm fucking his shot. Byron Mitchell has dropped him with a big. Everyone's thinking Calzaghe cover up, fucking recover. No, what happens? Mitchell comes in for the kill. Calzaghe lands a bomb, cleans him on the floor, mate. Next week, gets up, his feet are everywhere. Calzaghe finishes. That's the fight Calzaghe is. Even when he gets dropped, the first thing he does is get up and come back like a lion. Drops Mitchell, finishes him in the same round.
It is true. Basically, Calzaghe's whole career was based on it was based on outworking people. So he would outwork them in terms of fight. So he would outbox people. Actually, I can't say nothing negative about him because he had a massive amateur career. He never lost in 46 fights. I know Stu's being a bit of an arsehole, but let's be straight about it. Calzaghe had a great career, 46-0. The guy never lost.
Plus, you can read opponents.
The problem with Calzaghe.
I want to know. Listen, I want to know what Brian thinks about it because I personally. Shall I tell you the truth? I think Brian, out of all of us on this panel, knows because he fought amateur. I fought amateur, only had 8 fights. Brian fought a lot more, and we've watched him on the video. I want to know Brian. I don't want to know Stu and anyone else's or Butcher's. I want to know Brian's thoughts on Calzaghe.
All right, I think
Go
Calzaghe.
Go ahead, Brian. You heard what the host said. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. I think Calzaghe had a way of working fighters out. He read very well. It's like early rounds, he'd take a couple of rounds to figure you out. And once he did, he could switch up his game plan to suit your style. He was very good. He had good ringmanship. And he also had a very good boxing mind. Once he figured you out,
his biggest strength, though, Brian, is work rate.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think it's very underrated, his boxing mind, because once he figured you out, that's when he'd put on, and he also had a great engine. He can look sluggish sometimes in the early rounds, and on the later rounds he can come on harder. you know. But once he figured out your style, game over.
Yeah.
The problem with
That's
Calzaghe,
what I.
a lot of fighters are drilled to throw.
What's your view, Stu? What's your view, Stu, on Calzaghe?
No, I was just getting back to what Brian said. I think with Calzaghe, I think a lot of fighters are drilled to defend shots in 2s and 3s at most. Calzaghe just overwhelmed his opponents with shots from very funny angles, and they look like slaps, and they might hear like slaps, but they're fucking hurt. Go and ask Jeff Lacey. He looked like chucking at him that night. You know, go and ask Byron Mitchell while he was fucking doing the Sammy Davis Jr. when he got up. You know what I mean? So look, the guy can fucking hit. Roy Jones, he hurt Roy. I think he just left it a bit late to go over America. But look, not a lot of guys wanted a part of Calzaghe, man. Let's be real. I mean, that Kessler fight for me proved. I mean, Kessler is as tough as it gets. That was as tough as it gets for him. As he even said, I think he even said that's probably the hardest fight he's ever had. But back then, that was not the one that Ward beat. That Kessler was an absolute monster. You know what I mean? And Calzaghe, like Brian said, Calzaghe had to adjust on the job to get that done.
In the chat, Elias is saying, "How can you say Calzaghe was the best when Carl Froch knocked out 80,000 people? I guess in front of 80,000 people.
No. This is a misconception. This is tell him, Stu. Tell him, Stu. I'll leave Stu to say that.
The thing is, like with Carl Froch, I'd have loved to see Carl Froch v Calzaghe, but at the time, Carl Froch, when he was at the time when Carl Froch was calling out Calzaghe, there was just no point. The guy was barely on TV. The guy is only when Eddie Hearn got older. Froch is where he started. The end of Mick Hennessy's reign, and then onto Eddie, and then it would become big. But Froch wasn't a big name, man. Froch was not a fucking big name, and Calzaghe's like, who's this kid here? I've just fought Roy Jones in Vegas, and this kid here from Nottingham wants to fight me now. I'll call it a day.
100%.
It's not about ducking. It's not about ducking. It's just about not getting up for the challenge. And at the time, I can see why. But in the end, now in hindsight, I'd have loved to see that fight.
How about Joe Calzaghe versus Andre Ward?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was about to say.
That's a very good fight.
Ward versus Calzaghe, both in their prime.
I got Calzaghe in that.
No, I'm not surprised.
Yes, me too.
Oh, really?
Calzaghe there. Well, yeah, I just think lack of Ward's work rate could cost him in that one. I mean, there's only so much spoiling you can do with Calzaghe. Because even if he's not hitting you, even if he's hitting arms and stuff, he still looks good on the judge's eyes. Where he just keeps busy all the time, so he's hard to nick rounds off. And then you've got to knock the guy out. And he's got a fucking granite chin to go with it. Very hard man to beat. That's why no one thinks
he's a solid guy. You're talking like an Irish guy, Welsh guy. I don't think Ward could have put it on Calzaghe as much as he thinks he could. Calzaghe, you have to remember, Calzaghe been fighting since he was like 4 or 5 years old. This is like Tyson Fury. The younger that you train, you have to be able to take a punch. I've been punched in my face and knocked out many times. And listen, the human body, and you want to listen to somebody who's fighting, the face is vulnerable. Joe Calzaghe, when have we ever seen him get hit in the face? He's a very good he doesn't get punched.
Whoever designed and created the human body had no intentions for him to be punched in the face. The human face and the human head. We're not built to take punches, really. We've just evolved, if you get what I'm saying, over the year where we can. But that's why we have a lot of concussions and deaths in the ring. We're not built to take punches.
The beauty of being English, and I'm half Irish, half Welsh, but I follow England football team and I follow England rugby team.
You've got more nationalities than Lennox Lewis, man. What's going on here, man?
Yeah.
I regard myself as English, but it is what it is. I'm not one of these people who says that I'm from a particular place. I'm an English guy, and people know what I am. You got to look at my cap. Whether I'm half this or half that, I live under the Queen. I live under the Queen's rule. I live under the Queen's rule, and I'm quite proud of that, whether I love her or not. But I will say one thing
Don't be
about
proud
Fury.
of that. Don't be proud of that. Listen, don't be fucking bowing to some fucking rich.
But I personally think
Illuminati
Fury
globalist.
is
Don't say that.
lying. I
You
think
gotta
a
love
lot
the
of what
I don't
Tyson
bow.
Fury
Listen,
says.
I'm bound to know Queen. When people say, "Oh, do you want to go see the Queen?" What the fuck, man? If I want to see
Well, I
Queen,
do.
it'd be Freddie
I
Mercury
do.
at Wembley
I do.
Stadium.
I'll be straight.
I'm
I'll
not
be
a
straight.
Queen.
I'll be straight. I'll be straight with you. I'm not an English lover. My best mate's a Muslim, a guy who I actually go and play snooker with, and I went with tonight.
You're not that
I live in
ginger.
Birmingham.
You're not that
But I
ginger
do-
white guy. That's
I do-
you're not that.
No. I'll be straight with you. I do love the Queen. I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
I don't. Yeah, I don't have.
It's just the way I've been brought up.
I'm you know, I'm 100% pure Irish, so you know.
And listen,
IRA.
No. Listen, in terms of IRA, this is where it gets all blurred because I believe in the United Ireland. When they bombed the Brighton Hotel, when that actually got destroyed, my father was with me, and we were depressed the fact that they didn't kill Margaret Thatcher. It's very
Jesus.
Yeah, you're not listening, are you, Brian? You're not listening. I'm Irish.
Look, hey, listen, we're not getting
parenting.
into the fuck. We're not getting into the. We're not getting into the island.
We're not getting into
thing.
that.
It's
No.
a very toxic subject. I've seen
It
families
is, yeah. Sorry,
fall out and hurt
sorry,
each other
sorry.
And
over
still
this
love
shit.
Margaret
It's
Thatcher.
very
Still
How do
love
you
Margaret.
think
He found
Tiafimo
her
will do
sexy.
against Lomachenko? How do you think Tiafimo will do against Lomachenko?
Look, yeah, I'm not getting into the island thing. I just don't. It's a toxic subject, and Brian will tell you this. Brian will tell you this. It's not a thing that you really talk about in Ireland. If you go to Ireland talking about the conflict, you might end up in a body bag yourself.
I'm sorry, bro. I was nasty to him before.
Stu, you want to talk about the Falkland Islands?
He'd probably kick the shit out of me. I'm about 50
I
years
didn't hear
old.
that, bro. I didn't hear that, bro. What was that?
You want to talk about the Falkland Islands?
Brian's a lovely guy. He's a lovely man. He's a lovely man.
Let Butcho speak. It's his channel, believe it or not. Go ahead.
Sorry,
Butch.
Butcho.
Stu's in control today. I'm just saying, do you want to talk about the Falkland Islands instead, so you can unite all of Britain and maybe the British
because
Isles?
we might have some Argentinians in the fucking
I'm
chat.
joking.
That are gonna get
All
very
right, let's
upset.
talk about. All right. Pigeon, what did you say you wanted to talk about? Oh yeah, Teofimo Lopez and
Yeah, Tio against Loma. I want to know what people think about that fight, and I'm very interested to know what people think about that fight. Big time.
Yeah, old guard be the new guard. Technician versus brute force. I mean, it's just two different styles clashing, and it's going to be very intriguing. I mean, look,
what's your views on it,
Lopez-
Stu? Do you think it's going to be?
Let him get to the views, man.
Sorry. Go on, bro.
Well, with Lopez, I mean, he's a very live dog. I mean, this kid can fucking whack. And Lomachenko is, I think, 135. He's getting through these fights. He's doing the job, but he's not looking himself. He's not dominating these guys anymore. He's not like, the Matrix like he used to be. It's a bit of a struggle for him. Like the Campbell, the Pedraza, Linares.
What's your views, bro?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think he doesn't carry the power at 135 that he has done in the 130 and 126.
This is exactly what I thought.
Look,
the
reason he's been getting these wins, he's been pulling these wins out by going into the pocket and taking the fight to him. When he's tried to box him, that he's known for his matrix skill.
He's done now, and he's about 33 years old, and he Lomachenko. So
he's getting inside. Straight punches are killing him, man. He's just giving up too much reach and height to these guys, man. Look, fucking.
What's your view? Stu? I need to ask you another thing. What's your views on Wilder's career?
All right, hold on. Let's say we're going all over the place here. This is
a good question. Oh, Bucho, this is a good question.
All right.
All right, then. No, we'll keep this short and sweet. Dreadful. Move on.
Do you think he'll fight AJ and Ruiz in his career?
Listen,
Wilder.
I don't know what.
He might die, man. I mean,
Wilder's an enigma right now. I just don't know what to think about this guy. I mean, mentally, he is fucking all over the shop. And
Yeah.
Look,
Have you
I don't know.
Let's heard about the gagging order on him?
Have you
heard about the gagging order on him? The gagging order on Wilder. Bruce, I think it was.
Listen, mate. Listen, I don't really hear a lot anymore because I keep, I've got better things to do than fucking sit there on Boxing News 24. I just don't, I just don't know these sort of things.
Why is this guy?
Apparently,
why is this guy
too much with the gagging order?
Sorry to bother you, Bri, but why has this guy been quiet for 4 months?
Why has he been quiet for 4 months? Brian, do you want to take this one?
One word: autopsy. He's dead, man.
He's dead, man. No, he lost his soul. Well, by the way, Pigeon, you asked about whether or not Wilder will ever fight Ruiz, these other guys. Listen, if he ever fights Fury again, I think that's it for that guy because he's gonna take another beating, and I don't think this time. There's no way he recovers from that third.
Yeah, I agree with that as well.
Can I just get in here quickly, Butch? Right, I've got some fucking douchebag called fucking Sosa, whatever his name is, fucking Sammy Sosa as well. I bet fucking bleaches his skin as well. I bet he's having a moan. He's having a moan at me saying, "Let Brian talk." You don't realize when you're on this and you've got two, three guys speaking, you just can't hear nothing. I didn't even hear Brian talk because this guy, what's his name again? Pigeon is talking as well. So once one voice talks, I can't hear the other one. So shut the fuck up, Sosa. Take your time out for being a whiny little bitch. Crack on.
Have a cigarette. Think about it.
Yeah, I have a very overpowering accent, and I talk a lot. But I don't want to distract from the fact that we're talking about boxing. The only thing that I will say about Deontay Wilder, if he fights Ruiz and AJ, which I think he will, but he's got a plastic fucking hand. Listen, Deontay Wilder blasted his hand about four fights ago. I don't know what you think, but I know that I'm never wrong. He blasted his hand out. He's on a paycheck like Amir Khan, but he ain't got the skills of Floyd Mayweather. The only thing that Deontay Wilder's ever had in his back pocket is a right hand.
Yeah, but sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes that's all you need to get by.
To chin somebody. But that is not the way world boxing works.
No, look, you can only get so far and only go so long with that, of course. But look, he's made a good living out of that right hand because he can't do fuck all else any good. Let's be real. Thank God he's got a good right hand because if he didn't, he'd have been there with Audley Harrison and people like that down there. So
are you saying?
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
No, he's just dreadful technically, but that right hand, if that lands on you, mate, it's fucking knockout of Buffalo.
Are you saying, Stu, that he should be grateful for how far he went in the sport with only having a right hand? Yeah, that's basically it. And I agree.
I'm not saying he should be grateful because at the end of the day, boxing's a tough sport. Deontay Wilder's getting up in the morning, doing the running, taking the punishment, taking the punches. No, I'm not saying he should be grateful for anything.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he's done good in boxing. Fair play to the guy. I'm not a fucking hater. I like to see guys doing well. Even Deontay Wilder. I like to see him being able to provide for his daughter and stuff and have a nice home. And he deserves it, man. He deserves it. Say what you like about Wilder. He might be a fucking idiot, but he's not a bad guy behind all this fake shit he does for the LDBC. Take the LDBC away, you'll see what a nice guy Deontay Wilder is. I can see through it because I'm a good judge of character. When you're my age, you get used to judging characters very quickly because you've had so many pieces of shit in your life. It's like experience. And I know Wilder's got a good side to him. So I want the guy to do well, but we're talking about boxing here. And I'm not sure if there's a way back for him because mentally, it's not just the beating he took physically. The mental beating he took is probably worse than the physical beating he took in the end. And look, that he's been acting bizarre.
You can never write off. Listen about the LDBC. None of us are a part of the LDBC. I've spoke on their channels before about bits and bobs, like about 4 or 5 years ago. but we have to look at the fact that every heavyweight fight is one man against the other. Povetkin against Dillian White was a proof of that. I know Dillian White is a bum. I know that, Stu. I know what.
No, but listen,
I know what
he's
you're
not a
going to say
bum. Though.
to
He's
me.
not. He's not a bum. This is the thing. Dillian White's not a bum. Just because he could look. People are too quick to call fighters bums when they get knocked out. But let's go and break down Povetkin's. Let's break down Povetkin's resume here. You know, this guy is an ex-world champion, Olympic gold medalist. He'd only lost to fucking Klitschko and Joshua. You know, and look, Dillian White's just got too many flaws to be hanging around with the top guys. That's just my opinion. He's just too limited, and he's not working on these skills. I mean, for me, I think you just got to go and get enough chance. If I was him, I'd ask fucking Tyson hang around in the cronk, see if they can do something.
Yeah. You said that before. You said it before the Povetkin fight. I watched a few of your videos, and you said he should have gone to Kronk. But look,
it's just because the thing is the way he fights. Go ahead, brother.
No. My view to what you said, mate. I'm sorry to bother you. You said basically you should go on the attack in that Kronk. My view with Dillian White is completely different. The guy has no defense. He don't know how to go backwards.
Yeah, but sometimes sometimes the best.
You know.
Yeah, but sometimes the best form of because you might learn something.
I know what you're saying, but.
Listen, sometimes the best form of defense is on the attack because when you push guys back and don't know how to fight backwards, you're the one in control. There.
He's not got the Mexican.
If you you can't run from a fight for 12 rounds. Let me finish, please. Ask Tyson Fury when he tried to when Tyson Fury tried to nick it against Wilder on the back foot. Look what happened to him. It's a dangerous game to play, but when Fury took it to Wilder and pushed him back, nothing was coming back. This is my point. The best form of defense sometimes is attack.
He's a big guy. Dillian White is not in the same.
What's that to do with it, man? Size don't mean shit. Nikolai Valuev's 7 foot. He couldn't fucking hit David A all night.
That's right.
Size don't mean.
Well, that's an exaggeration, though. Valuev, come on, he was just too big, like to the point where it's handicapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree, Butcho. But like I said, he's talking about height. The guy was 7 foot. Height doesn't mean anything.
Well, if you know how to use the reach.
About David Hay. Can I have a chat about David Hay?
This is the thing, Butcho. Butcho, you've got to be able to use your distance and your reach and to your advantage. There's a lot of guys out there that don't.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I think David Hay was
it makes me laugh when you got tall fighters. When you got tall fighters, they're actually fighting small. Why do they do it?
Yeah. The Atlas goes ape shit. Go ahead, Johnny. Johnny, go ahead.
No. My bad, Bucho. Still, I had to run.
Yo, Johnny's in here. What you up to, bro?
Nothing, just chilling. I'm actually watching Ugas and Porter as we speak.
You okay, man? You okay? Yeah, it's all right, man. Nice to see you, sir.
You as well.
Yeah, lovely guy, bro.
So yeah, going back to the Wilder thing. Again, my thoughts: if he fights Fury again, he's gonna get destroyed. I think most of us agree with that. And then I don't think he comes back. I think that's it. There's no point in him fighting.
No. Listen, can you hear me? If you think boxing is so absolute, I'm 51 next year. If you think boxing is so absolute that Fury's going to kick his ass in that rematch, I know we all go on the political agenda. I have no love for the LDBC, and Johnny will tell you that. I don't even like him.
No, I won't.
If you think that everything is like going to go... Listen, that rematch is still 50-50 because the man's got a hand. No, it's not. Got a hand.
50-50. 50-50. Did you watch the second fight, Pigeon?
Yeah, you will reap what I'm saying in that rematch.
All right, see, here's the thing, though. All right, so if Wilder wins, you're gonna, say, "Oh, see, I told you."
I'm not gonna say no. I don't back anyone in boxing. I personally am always absolute in that fight. But listen, where's Wilder been for the last 6 months? There's been no social media. There's been no talking all this shit. Well, there you go.
Listen, mate.
No, he's not. That's
shot
bullshit.
to pieces. Shot to pieces mentally. I mean, I should think he hasn't.
He
even
was
opened the
shot to
curtains
pieces
about it.
mentally, but a rematch.
Jesus.
A rematch. I personally think Fury's going to beat him. I said Fury would beat him in the original fight, not the first fight. The second fight, the first fight. I didn't have Wilder beating him in any of them fights. But I've watched boxing, and I'm not a young man. This third fight, you want to watch out. But I think my personal take on it, Fury's been quiet as well. So Fury's not told us what he's doing as well.
Yeah, I sort of agree with that.
So,
speculation.
I'm never wrong. The third
You're
fight.
never wrong.
The third fight will probably go like the second fight to the last rounds, so it'll go to about 11 or 12. But listen, don't think Wilder's going to turn. He ain't going to turn up and be knocked over. He ain't going to just turn up and be knocked over.
Yeah, I can't see that fight happening.
Sorry.
You know.
I think they just.
I got a big mouth. I talk a lot, and I got a big.
Yeah, you got. Hang on a sec. We've got a panel here. Let the guys get in here. Go ahead, Johnny.
No, I was just gonna say. I think that I mean it'd be nice to just even see him skip the third Wilder fight because we don't really need it. I mean,
we do need it. We do need that.
Hang on, Pigeon. Hang on.
Let him finish, please. Order.
Now, in most people's opinion, he's already too up on the man, so we don't need to see your third fight.
No, we do need it. He needs a beat down. He need listen.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to mute you, man.
Listen.
All right, go ahead, Johnny boy. I had to mute the guy.
Yeah. No. Anyways, as you say, it'd be nice to see him just skip over the third Fury fight and go straight into fucking Fury AJ. But you know,
I agree with Johnny. I mean, I need this fight like two fucking assholes right now. I just don't want it. I don't need it. It's a fucking headache. All the LDBC are going to make it toxic. I just don't need that in my life right now.
Can I have my say on it? Can I have my say on the verdict? Can I have my say on it?
Quick, but
I think no, listen. If he gets a beatdown in the third fight, which he is going to get a beatdown in the third fight, Deontay Wilder, isn't it more pleasing than saying, "Oh no, I don't want the third fight," than him to get his fucking ass knocked clean out, bro? And that's the English mentality. That's the problem between you Americans and people like me.
No,
Wilder, now listen. Don't start simping.
Hey, hang on a minute here. Don't you be representing the UK on my behalf?
I am, yeah, because you're not from where I'm from, so yeah.
Yeah, thank God for that.
That's not very nice. That's not very nice, Stu. But
listen, mate, I've been to Birmingham a few times. Dreadful place.
I still love you. I still love you, Stu. I still love you, Stu.
I've never been to Birmingham, but I've been.
We have
from London and.
Yeah, but it's going to be better if Fury knocks him out for the third time and it's done.
Yeah, but it's a 50-50 fight in your opinion. You're going to be sweating. Based on what you're saying, it's a 50-50 fight. Like, did you watch? Oh, you obviously saw the second fight. You know what happened in the second fight? Wilder didn't do anything. So, what makes you believe that this is a 50-50 fight? Don't tell me it's a right hand because the right hand wasn't there.
Every fight is a 50-50 fight because every fight is a 50-50 fight.
Don't. All right.
It is.
No, Mike.
It is.
No wonder you did not.
Well, nah.
All right, Pigeon, hold on, Pigeon.
No, you're not listening. When you get to the high level of boxing, when you're to a particular level, when your skills are that high, it is a 50-50 fight. It is. It's a ridiculous conversation.
Bullshit.
Let's try again.
All right, hold on, Pigeon. Pigeon. You gotta let other people talk. Let everybody talk. Like we have Mike from Boston. Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, what's up, man? I think dude right here needs to lay off the crack smoking for a little bit.
All right. Put down the crack
I mean,
pipe.
I think that would help him in his analysis because it may the crack is
me?
going to.
Yeah.
Yes, I could put the crack pipe down for a few minutes.
I've never took drugs in my life.
Stop talking about you.
I actually thought you'd done about fucking 3. I thought you'd done about 3 grams of coke tonight. The way you've been rambling on.
No, I don't take. I've never done anything like
Nose
that.
bleeding.
Well, I have.
Look, you're an idiot, Stu. You're an idiot.
All right,
Yeah,
let's talk
I am an
boxing.
idiot.
Boxing. Let's talk boxing.
Yeah. Where were we? What was you talking about again? Fury Wilder, was it?
Yeah,
Look, I see Fury Wilder being a bit like this is why I don't want this fight, just like I don't want Canelo Golovkin. Because when certain fighters work out how to beat another guy, it's just going to be the same result for them. I feel Tyson Fury just knows how to beat. He worked it out in the first fight in the 12th round. Unfortunately, it was a bit too late because he had the fucking cheerleading fucking gym instructor in the corner giving him a load of dog shite instructions. So yeah, but he understood in the 12th round how to beat Wilder, and he took it on.
Yeah,
into
but
the next fight.
Stu, don't you want him to put it back on him for the second time?
For what? To see the
Yeah, I mean, I never get tired of seeing Deontay Wilder get punched in the face.
A real beatdown.
I never get tired of seeing Deontay Wilder get punched in the face. But I want to see. I'm not sure if I want to see this fight. Just like look, it's a big fight, isn't it? But I don't want to see it. Just like Golovkin Canelo, I don't want to see it. I've seen enough.
Yeah,
I reckon Wilder will be hesitant in the third fight anyway. I reckon it'll be even worse in the sense of for us fans.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I think he's going to be out.
I'm not.
He's shot. Wilder's shot.
Sorry.
Wilder's shot in the head. He's, Fury's on his head. He knows he can't beat him. Right.
So this is
Fury's waiting
but if you don't know what's going on in Fury's head. Fury wants that third fight.
Yeah, but nor do you.
Fury will take 16 fights. Fury knows that he's beat Wilder. He knew it in the original fight.
Yeah, we all know that. We all know it. We've got eyes and they work. We saw it. Right. At the end of the day, I don't want to see it again. Right. I want to see Joshua and Fury at Wembley. I don't want to see Wilder in there. And Wilder, for me, Wilder should fight Dillian White. The battle of the losers. Let them have a fucking tear up.
Did you hear what Did you hear what Eddie Hearn said yesterday?
What?
What's that?
He said the world ain't ready for Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury.
Really?
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Where was that?
What the fuck is that?
What it means is, I'll translate that for you. It means the COVID ban is at the moment. We can't fill at the stadium, and I want to get as much money as I can out of Joshua before he gets knocked the fuck out.
You do the same thing.
That's the translation.
You do the same thing.
So like Hearn's being a cunt.
Hey, mate, listen, of course I'd do the same thing, but I wouldn't sit there and say the boxing world's not ready for it. I'll tell you the fucking truth.
What? Serious, bro?
Yeah, you tell the truth.
That's what he
said. I wouldn't say
yesterday.
my fighter's going to get knocked the fuck out. I wouldn't say that, but the rest of it.
Oh man,
that's what Eddie Hearn said yesterday, apparently on Sky Sports. I said the exact same thing on a Johnny Boy stream yesterday. I was Speak Your Mind Sports D stream yesterday. So that I said the exact same thing as you. Stu.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he said the same thing as you.
That you can't make that fight right now. Like, it's not going to.
Stu, what do you want to see? What do you want to see?
Shut up a sec. Hearn ain't going to put that fight around Christmas. Not with the year that everyone's had. There's a lot of people out of work. Everyone's struggling. He ain't going to do. Even Eddie Hearn ain't going to do that. Yeah. So that's going to be next year. So and he sees with what he's not stupid. Hearn. He's a smart guy. He knows that Joshua is there for the taking. He's not going to be in boxing for too much longer, I don't think, Joshua. I think one more bad defeat and it could be the last of him. He's got so much money. Yeah. Does he need to get up and do that again? Yeah. And I think Eddie Hearn's going to cash out on him with Fury, and I think he's going to try and maximise the income on that and fight in a COVID ban. It's not the way.
Yeah, you're acting like AJ doesn't have a chance.
Don't be too sure on that, though, Stu.
Can I be
too sure on that.
You're acting like.
Can I say one?
Can I say one thing? I might.
All right.
I had to go. Right. Yeah. But that fight is. I think if you ask any boxing fan right now, I think the world's ready for it. He ain't. He don't want it. He don't want it right now because
AJ,
of the COVID thing.
bro.
But that there fight is take my fucking money.
I think you guys are underestimating AJ, man.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I think so,
Not
man.
underestimating AJ. I think
Andy Ruiz exposed him, mate.
Look,
Well,
I don't think AJ.
I don't even think
I don't
that's
think
a real
AJ is
one.
going to be in boxing match, mate. Because look, he made a fucking 100 million to fight Ruiz, and then what did he make in the first one?
Saudi Arabia.
You know,
He made 80.
the guy's probably worth about 300-400 million right now. I mean,
yeah.
So what? That's like saying Floyd made so much money, and all of a
no,
sudden,
but he didn't know. What I'm saying is, it's one of them where it's like that old guy. You know that old guy at work that just he's ready to retire, but he's just hanging on for a bit. You know what I mean? Just hanging on for a bit, and you know, earn a little few extra pounds, and then call it a day. It's one of them where he's ready to go, but
I don't know about that.
he's still at work.
Yeah.
No.
No, look, I've seen it with Joshua, mate. He's not.
Yo,
I don't think he wants it anymore. I don't think he wants it anymore.
You're saying that you have not seen the AJ Fury fight yet, so you don't know. You're like me.
Look,
you don't know.
Listen, I don't know, but I don't know, but I'm not talking about the fight now. I'm talking about how I think he's thinking, and I'm seeing a guy that's not very confident in himself right now. He's got too much other shit going on, and I think he's lost his spark for boxing.
Well, Anthony Joshua, you think he's got
on.
some sort of shit going on?
Stu, hold on. He lost his spark based on what? Okay, let me just finish. So he lost Alexander Ruiz, and yes, making those type of hold on,
yeah,
making those
yeah,
type of after
yeah.
the first Ruiz fight when he lost, I think it was a perfect occasion to make those type of assumptions where you think, you know what, AJ is not taken seriously, blah blah blah. He wants to retire. He's gonna retire soon. But after he defeated Andy Ruiz, come on, you gotta give him some credit because a lot of people said that he was gonna lose again.
Yeah, it's a good fight.
Hang on a sec. I want to respond to Butcho. Now, do you think any fighter wants to go out like that?
There's been some, I don't know, depends.
Answer the question. Do you think a guy with Joshua's ego
probably not,
wants to be remembered for the guy that was fucking falling all over the place in America?
No. Yeah, you are right, but come on, man. Come on.
Look, he wanted his, only came back. He needs his belts back to keep his brand going. I mean, look, Joshua's.
I sort of agree with Stu in a way. I agree with Stu.
Yeah, of course he did. Look, but the thing is, one more bad stoppage, and I think that's him out of the boxing.
Stu, you're underestimating AJ. And
He'll keep going to win.
I'm not even an AJ fan. I'm not even an AJ fan, and I'm here defending AJ.
He did get destroyed in America. What Stu's saying, he got the shit kicked out of him in Madison Square Garden.
So what? So did Lennox Lewis.
But if you look at Andy Ruiz's the second fight, AJ fought a crap second fight anyway. He was like just mostly hitting and running. Do you want to?
There you go. Run
Lennox
off for about 15 rounds.
Lennox Lewis got knocked out at high altitude in Johannesburg.
And Rahman was By the way, that Rahman punch, I'm telling you, AJ would have gotten out from that, man.
Yeah. Can I just put it from a fan's perspective, right?
Go on,
bro. I think Butcho's got a picture of fucking Joshua's six-pack in his bedroom.
I told you not to tell anybody. That's what, Stu. That was supposed to be our secret.
Right, from a fan's perspective, right? Eddie Hearn may not be ready for the fight, but to say the world's not ready for the fight, that's just idiotic, right? If that fight was happening tomorrow, that's take my fucking money.
The thing is, Butcho, I want to ask Butcho a question.
Every single penny I fucking have, and from a fan's perspective, that is take my money fight.
I got a feeling.
It is, bro. It is basically. It's just going to be a fucking tank out of your fucking wages, son. They're going to fucking put a fucking big hand into your wallet and take your money out.
But I got
basically the AJ fight is the biggest load of bollocks in boxing, to be honest.
Yeah, but the problem is, I reckon
you're right, mate. You are right. You're right.
The problem is, I think AJ and Fury are going to try to have it in Saudi Arabia. Though. That's the bloody problem.
They had the Saudi fight with the Ruiz.
Hold on, guys. Stu wants to say something. Stu, go ahead.
I'm just going to ask you a question because you're sitting there defending AJ. I'd like to know your early thoughts on if that fight's made. How would you see that going?
I have good questions too because I need to clarify this. I have Tyson Fury winning that. I have Tyson Fury winning that fight, but I'm just saying it's gonna be closer than what people expect. Stu's here saying that Eddie Hearn doesn't want that fight. He's gonna cash out AJ when that fight happens, as if it's a
Do you
sure
want
thing.
my view on that fight? And I'm never wrong on a prediction. Do you want my view on the AJ Fury fight?
Yeah, go ahead, Nostradamus.
I've got 90% of my fights right. I had the Ruiz round 8 knocking him out. What do you want to know? Listen, ask me, Ruiz. What is it? AJ against Fury. Go on.
All right, calm down, Marty McFly. You making out that you got the fucking answers here, man.
This will be round 6.
Look,
get out.
To
Okay.
Anthony Joshua.
Oh my god, I'm losing the will to live. But
yeah, Pigeon, calm down.
It'll be.
Do you think if Fury puts it on AJ, will he?
No, he ain't gonna.
Calm down, Pigeon. Take a break, man. Take a break. Take a sip of that drink. All right, go ahead, Kenshiro.
Sorry.
No, but do you think if Fury won't put it on AJ like the second Wilder fight, or he won't go hell for the leather like that?
Fury's numbers up. Listen. Fury's numbers up. He's shot.
All right, Pigeon, take a break, man. Take a break. You know what? 3 minutes. Don't speak for 3 minutes.
I want
3 minutes.
Jesus.
I'll put myself out.
Maybe
bro.
5. All right.
Put another zero. Put another zero on that, please.
30 minutes. All right. Hey, by the way, okay, I just want to say something. Virtuoso, your volume's a little bit too low. Mike from Boston also. And that's
the thing is, though, we're trying to have a dialogue here, and it cuts out the sound. So when one person speaks, it's hard to hear the other. So this is where we are. A lot of you guys don't understand that what you're hearing is a lot better quality than what we're hearing.
Yeah.
YouTube actually cleans it up and Butcho puts all his fucking software on it, and it sounds a lot better, sort of thing. But look. This is where we are. I mean, the guy's got to let us answer questions. He'll ask us a question and then answer it for us. I mean, what's going on here?
All right, I think.
Is he getting another bottle of Diet Coke? Is he getting?
Yeah, Pigeon's he finally got up from his sofa or couch. I think the Thai hookers, the Thai hooker just arrived. So, anyways. Stu, as I was saying, the AJ fight. Listen, can I just say something else about Tyson Fury? I think he's the best heavyweight. I do think he beats AJ. However, I think we're getting too caught up in this Wilder rematch. It's true though. Now we think that he's invincible, whatever, just because he beat Wilder. I don't give a shit about Wilder. This guy sucked. I told you from the beginning.
Great point.
He was gonna get knocked out. We said it on this show. Stu, you got the prediction right as well. We said, along with Mark, that Wilder was gonna get stopped. So it wasn't any surprise. It was a surprise for us. Sure, I celebrated.
Not to me. I told you how he'd do it and what round he would do it in. It was so predictable. The thing is, I saw what Tyson Fury saw in the 12th round. Got a good eye for boxing, mate. Know what I'm talking about, right? I know it sounds a bit narcissistic, but I do have a good eye for boxing. And I saw what Fury saw in the 12th round, and I knew that was the way he's for. When I heard he went to the Kronk, I was so happy. I was so happy because I knew that Fury was coming to fight, and that's how you beat Wilder. You sit on the back foot trying to avoid this guy for 36 minutes. The next minute, you're awake and the fight's over. You're waking up and the fight's over. So it wasn't rocket science for me.
And by the way, but if Fury ever fights AJ, he won't fight him the same way he fought Wilder. He's not gonna come forward. He's gonna actually box. You're gonna see Fury try to box.
Josh was a lot of dog, mate. I'm not saying Joshua.
Forget about a knockout.
I'm not saying Joshua shot to pieces. I'm not saying he's shot to pieces at all. I'm just saying I don't think his mind's in it. When you listen, 300 million in the bank. What? I could just tell.
Explain to me this. So what makes you believe that AJ is no longer there mentally in the sport?
I think the loss for Andy Ruiz
that Ruiz fight, he was a nervous wreck in there. Cagey as fucking very jitterish. And Ruiz's lack of shape helped him big time in that fight because there was times when he was getting skimmed shots that if they'd landed, they'd have knocked him spark. He just doesn't know how to react to people punching him in the face, if you get what I'm saying. And look, I saw a guy that just is not that confident anymore. I mean, it's like some fighters, when they get beat, they're just never the same guy. They lose that aura. And I feel that with Josh. And I think Eddie Hearn's seen it as well. That's why he's desperate to get this Fury fight so he can cash out before.
Yeah, it's true what Stu says.
Can you imagine if Pulev lands one on him? Come on, man.
What if he knocks out Pulev though? Trust me, the AJ hype train is gonna come back, man. Everybody, it's gonna be a 50-50 fight against Fury. Trust me, man. Trust me.
It will.
I mean,
it will do, mate. I guarantee that.
I thought had he not lost to Ruiz, and then then I would say it's a 50-50 fight. But as he lost to Ruiz, that as Stu says, that aura of invincibility is disappeared now. Only Tyson Fury has got the aura of invincibility left because he's undefeated.
All right, Virtuoso. By the way, we can barely hear you, man. Turn up your volume, please, man. Can barely hear you.
You talking to me?
Yeah. Can't hear.
Can I just say something?
I'm just on mute.
40 Fury. That's that's as close as I can get that fight 60-40 to Tyson Fury. I just think he'd be better prepared for the fight, and I think this would be a fight AJ would take seriously. But I don't know if he has the boxing skills. On the inside, though, that's where AJ is dangerous because he's the type of guy on the inside he can explode. Not on the inside, he's mid range.
Yeah.
But
totally agree with Brian. Totally agree with Brian. Go ahead.
Fights very robotic.
Yeah.
I find AJ fights robotic, whereas Fury's is fluid.
No, that's changed. That's changed now. That's all changed.
Oh yeah, because all of a sudden, Joshua's found some rhythm, hasn't he? Come on, man, get out of here.
Yeah,
I know exactly. I know what Virtuoso. No, is it Ken Shiro or Virtuoso just said? I can't remember.
I don't even like. Oh, listen, Stu.
I said that just now.
I don't even like AJ. I'm not an AJ fan, but he has.
No,
listen. Look, let's take this into account quickly, and then I'm going to let Johnny speak. I would look and anyone's going to look slick with a fucking guy that's 290 pounds and looks like a slob. Let's be real. The reason Joshua was getting away from Ruiz and looking good on the back foot is because Ruiz was just in such bad shape, couldn't catch up to him. Tyson Fury, long arms. No, when he throws a right hand, he jumps into the right hand, so he's getting even more leverage. And look, it's going to be a lot harder for Joshua to go on the back foot against Fury than it will against Ruiz. Trust me.
Everybody's talking about Povetkin, such a dangerous opponent. What about AJ beating Povetkin?
How long ago was that, though?
I don't know.
No, it doesn't matter. That's a good win. That's a good win.
2 years.
That's
a very good win.
That's
Although he was having trouble, don't get me wrong, he wasn't a blow. I mean,
AJ's technically a lot better than Dillian White. And look, Dillian White was probably doing just as well as AJ, if not better, until he got fucking sparked. AJ, this is the thing. AJ got the job done early. So yeah, it's a good win for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to say something. Yeah. No, it takes right. A lot of people said AJ moved around. He didn't look comfortable doing it. He just didn't look comfortable to me. So doing it, so it takes years to get fluency in your boxing. And Tyson Fury's been boxing since he was a kid. That's the difference. He still looked robotic doing it. He didn't look like it was his natural game.
Yeah, I bet when he was I bet when he sat with McCracken and come up with a game plan. I bet it was like when Joshua did his first day at camp trying to fight in the back. I bet it was a bit like when Rocky went into Apollo's gym, innit? And they tried to teach him a bit of footwork, and he's sitting there all fucking
get some rhythm.
I think that's what put on Rocky 3.
That's what it was. I bet that's what happened.
That's what they did. They just put on Rocky 3.
Wayne Hennessy in the chat. Wayne Hennessy saying the funniest thing is everyone thinks they know, but one punch can change any fight. That's a good point. And let me tell you, AJ can fucking punch, and it's not like fucking Fury doesn't get hit. And let's be honest, man. When was the last time Fury fought a quality opponent? Was it Wilder?
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah,
a Wilder?
cool, yeah.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
a good. Kenshiro, you can make that argument.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look, I think Brian knocked on the head with Joshua. I mean, Joshua in the pocket is explosive, and he throws combinations, big shots. And Fury, if he hangs around a bit too long, he could be on the end of a couple, and that's all she wrote. Joshua's got the power to knock anyone. Yeah, Joshua's got the power to knock anyone out. I just feel Fury's at the top of his game at the moment. He's just very hard man to beat anyway, Fury, and even when he's out of shape, he's hard to beat. So look. I think Joshua's got his work cut, but he's going to be a lot harder fight than Wilder.
I think the opposite. I want Fury to win. I want Fury to win that fight. I want Fury to knock AJ out. But my personal take, and I've been watching boxing for 50 years, I think AJ's going to lay him out.
Hang on a minute. You're 51 years old. How can you be watching boxing? So you're 1 year old. You was watching boxing. Yeah?
Well, I'm 50 now, so I've been watching it for about 40 years. 40 years.
Oh, so basically, yeah. So I was going to say, so the day you was born,
that's a big.
The day you was born, your fucking mum put a an old school boxing fight on it.
Probably.
In the turkey wing.
Listen. If you think Fury's going to walk up to that fight and knock him out, no chance.
That's what I'm saying.
Not going to happen.
And by the way, guys, here's the thing. I think there's a consensus here. I think most of you guys are saying that Fury is gonna move around and use that jab when he fights AJ. But the thing is this.
I don't think he will.
Oh, hold on. Okay, that's a good point. Hold on. If he actually decides to move, how much will he have to weigh though? Because he's not gonna be weighing 270 pounds like in that Wilder rematch and then move around.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think? Lose weight? Gain weight? How big should he come in?
How much did he weigh for the first Wilder fight?
267, 268.
I think he should go in the same weight.
270? And then knock him out.
The first fight.
Stu, you think he should come in at 270 pounds against AJ?
Yeah, I do.
Insane.
The thing is the Fury. The thing is that little extra bit of weight actually was the difference between him hurting Wilder and not hurting him. If you get what I'm saying, I mean,
but AJ is a bigger guy.
Not in the world I live in. Yeah.
AJ normally weighs about 240, doesn't he? Doesn't AJ normally weigh about 240?
He weighs a lot.
AJ's about 250, right? But he's 240 against around 247. I think he was against Ruiz.
Yeah.
He's hovering around that. Probably about as big as 260. Look, Fury. I like Fury at 270 because if he's going to fight that Kronk style, you need your size and your fucking reach and strength. I think he fights better at that way. I thought he looked.
Tommy Hearns tried the Kronk style against fucking Marvin Hagler in that fight, and he got fucking the shit kicked out of him in 3 rounds.
Yeah, but hey, listen, Tommy Hearns is. Listen, shut the fuck. Shut up, Butcher. Mute him now.
I got it.
Look, sorry. I'm not going to have you come on here and talk about Tommy Hearns. Like this guy is not. Like this guy's not an all-time great. Yeah, he got knocked out by Hagler. The guy's a fucking welterweight. Of course, he got knocked out by Hagler. Hagler's a brute of a middleweight. Look, Tommy Hearns is an all-time great, and the Kronk.
Oh, it's Sue dropped out.
What's his name? Emmanuel Stewart was saying that the reason Hearns got beat is because Hearns got a massage just before the boxing.
Yeah, bullshit.
No,
that was
I'm just telling you that's the excuse they
Yeah,
gave.
I heard it.
That was a lie, to be fair.
Who got a massage?
Tommy Hearns. His legs or something.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous conversation in that. You know?
How did we get into Tommy Hearns? Stu, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, I was just saying. I mean, Tommy Hearns. I mean, how can you say, the Kronk shit because of Tommy Hearns lost to Hagler? Tommy Hearns is an all-time great. Do you understand what you're talking about now? Tommy Hearns is an all-time great, and the Kronk made him that fighter. Right? Look, he was a welterweight, right?
The Kronk Jim in that fight against Hagler.
I think
said,
he should have.
Listen,
oh my God.
I'll only speak. they said go out and destroy Marvin Hagler.
Okay,
And he got the shit kicked out of him in that fight.
Look,
I personally think.
hey,
Listen.
wakey.
AJ is a bigger.
But Butcho, I'm fucking swearing to God, I'm losing my temper now,
I just muted the guy. Go ahead.
Just fucking mute the guy, man.
I muted him.
Yeah, this is my show. If you're letting people come on and ruin it for me.
It's a Stu show, guys. Stu's in control, man.
It's a Stu show, bro. It's a Stu show.
That was just a bad strategy. But over, if you look at the Kronk style, where it's Lennox Lewis or Klitschko, 95%, they seem to be doing well. Oh, they had
No, they don't. They only do 30% of 30% of their.
All right, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that I think they've done fairly well. You look at Klitschko, Stu, our boy Lennox Lewis. It's still Tommy Hearns. He's done very well under Emmanuel Stewart. Okay, it might have been a bad strategy against Marvin Hagler. Obviously, it was because he lost, but you can't say they've been that bad. Even with Fury, look, Fury and Wilder. So it was just a bad strategy, I think, for that.
Yo, can I just add on what Kenshiro said?
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Okay, man. Look. So, that fight, that brawl he had with Tommy Hearns, Tommy Hearns had with Marvin Hagler. I agree that was a tactical error. As exciting as it was, he shouldn't have slung it out with Marvin Hagler.
Got the shit kicked out of him, man. Tommy Hearns.
Okay, I get it. But he was having his licks in too. Now, when he fought like Sugar Ray Leonard, right? He gave him fits. That reach of his, was a problem for him, man.
Oh man!
Now he Leonard beat him fair and square, but it took him 8 years to fight him again, and people were debating that Tommy Hearns beat Leonard.
Yeah, a lot of people had Hearns winning that.
Do you want my view on that rematch? Sugar Ray Leonard kicked his ass in that rematch.
You don't.
Mate,
come on, man! You sound like you're casual.
Look, if you watch that fight again, Tommy Hearns.
I watched it about 3 days ago.
Mate, Sugar Ray Leonard himself.
Hang on, let me finish quickly.
On the second fight.
Well, next time watch with your fucking eyes open, because Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns. Oh, I can't do this, but
you muted him, man.
Sugar Ray Leonard himself said that Tommy Hearns won the second fight. I was in the black tie event, and Sugar Ray Leonard admitted that to us. He said,
"Rubbish, man. That's a lie. That's a lie. Complete lie."
I was there.
All right.
How does he keep getting unmuted?
We're gonna get a drink. We're gonna have a smoke. Take a little break.
Have a wank.
Going back to.
Sorry to annoy you.
All right, enough sorries. That's enough. Where were we? What are we talking about? What are in the 80s? How did we end up in the 80s?
I reckon this, Butcher, you planned this. You fucking planned this.
I planned what?
No, but I got a text message today saying, "Oh, Stu, you can host today if you want. Let me know, innit? Right?" Well, Butcho's obviously seen the little thing with Pigeon last night. I thought, yeah, I'll get Pigeon because everyone's saying Stu v Pigeon. Butcho saw a matchmaking opportunity.
Hold on.
Come online once every year.
He saw a matchmaking opportunity. He's like the Mexican Frank Warren, isn't he? And he saw an opportunity and he brought this guy on to cause chaos on my show.
No, here's the deal, Stu. Let me explain myself. I wanted you to debate him on the kumite. Now I didn't. This is in the kumite, so this wasn't my plan. He was in the chat.
Well, listen, I don't remember inviting this. He's a nice kid. Don't get me wrong, but he don't shut the fuck up. I don't remember inviting him. You did.
Stu,
you brought him here, and you couldn't wait, Butcher. I bet you was waiting for his little green light to come on and say he was online, weren't you?
No.
Come on, bro.
By the way, the guy's shit.
You love chaos. I bet you've got the poster up already, and you've got Pigeon v Stu, the Kumatai. I bet the poster's already ready.
No, Stu.
It is, Brady.
Me in a previous video, he likes drama, so that's why obviously he invited him on today with you.
Is that so wrong? That's right. All right. We're gonna take a little break from Pigeon, and then we'll move on. By the way, you guys are underestimating AJ. I'm just gonna let that out there, so you guys know. So when the fight happens, you're gonna see that it's not gonna be easy.
Yeah.
Fury's gonna get tagged. You guys are
How do you see that
crazy.
going, Brian? Sorry, I've got a fucking delay. Brian, how do you see that going?
Who I fight?
Fury, Fury, Joshua.
AJ, Fury AJ.
Fury has to stay away from AJ's mid game. If he does that, I think he beats him. That's mid range, you know.
Yeah.
If he can keep it long or even in close, I think he could even bully AJ in close.
Yeah.
That's why he has to come to 272 pounds. So
I think Butcher's got a point though, because I keep saying he should fight like he did against Wilder. But the more I think about this fight, I think Fury can get this done on the back foot.
Well,
I think he can use his range and his but
Yeah,
because I think
people-
with Joshua, I think the closer you get to him, the more dangerous he is. It's only don't be fooled by Ruiz. Ruiz is a monster in the pocket. You know, a very good amateur background. That's his game. Joshua looks slow in there with Ruiz, getting beat to the punch and getting out fought. But Fury's not Ruiz in the pocket, sort of thing. You know what I mean? So
And can I just
can
say
see
something?
that,
Something else. You know, I'll tell you one of the best jabs in heavyweight boxing in recent years, Vladimir Klitschko. Now, I don't care how old that guy was. That jab was still not only perfectly timed, but it was powerful, man. And AJ was hanging in there with that jab. You know what I mean? He wasn't getting outboxed with that jab. He wasn't like out of ideas or anything just because he was getting a jab to his face. He actually got in some shots against Vladimir Klitschko. So if you really think that Fury's jab is gonna be like the end of it, you're crazy, man. AJ, he's not that stupid, man.
the
My only
the
problem
right
is
hand's
his-
the key. The straight right down the pipe.
Yeah.
For Fury. Joshua hates them shots. Just doesn't see him coming.
yeah. You see the difference with Andrew Reese. Andrew Reese is he's smaller and he's stocky. Right? AJ's punching downwards. This is the first time, you know, AJ's actually done well against bigger men. Look at Burrell, even though, you know, he's not much of a, you know, competitor compared to Fury. You know, I think AJ likes taller guys. It's the smaller, stocky guys he may have a problem with. But
You're spot on, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Parker, Takam, Parker, Takam, Ruiz, all struggled with all of them, didn't he?
yeah. Yeah, and Povetkin too.
Yeah.
Until he knocked him out.
See, what the little guys, the smaller guys, would be able to do, they would be able to come underneath Joshua's punches and catch him inside. And this is his problem. Joshua saw that, you know. That's why Joshua tried to keep it at range, because every time he got in pocket to let his big bombs go, it's getting tagged up. You know.
Yeah.
But
Mike Tyson.
that's why he hates. Yeah. Go ahead, Ken. What was you saying, bro?
No, I'm saying Mike Tyson. The way you say about it, you think then what Mike Tyson would have had a field with the AJ sort of thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck me. Yeah. Mike Tyson would spark Joshua up quick. You know what I mean? But yeah, different sort of fucking era, different sort of guy. Tyson Fury is like a different sort of total opposite to Mike Tyson, isn't he?
Yeah. But people,
you go.
No, people say Fury is a fisted fighter, and he's, you know, he's not that savage, right? Licking a man's freaking blood from his neck. That tells me that guy's got a killer instinct when he wants to, you know.
Yeah, I think
people still think that he actually licking his blood.
No, he didn't. If you watch it closely, he didn't do it. He didn't.
No, he just licked his tongue.
He was sticking his tongue out.
Yeah, but he is a savage. You know, when he wants to be a very focused Tyson Fury is a very dangerous man. Let me put it to you like that. You know, when he's not focused, you know, he can be got to. But I think for AJ, he will be focused. I think the opposite. I think the exact same for Fury. AJ will be focused. I think it's a good fight, but I still have it 60-40 to Tyson Fury. But I think it's, you know, I think one punch could change that fight.
Yeah,
honestly,
I think Fury's at his best when he's the underdog, like Klitschko, like Wilder. I mean, I don't think he's going to be the underdog in this one, but that's what worries me a little bit, because with Fury, man, you just don't know where he is. His mind is what he's thinking. He could be having a good camp, and then one day just gets up and mentally just fucking explodes. And you know that's what worries me with Fury, and I think that's probably why he needs to get this Joshua fight out of the way before he fucking goes off the rails and ends up fucking snorting some coke and drinking a bottle of whiskey. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on Fury on Instagram, and he's looking fit. You know, for him, he's looking fit. He's looking sharp.
He is.
He's going on morning jogs. You know, he's going on morning runs, and he's doing workouts during the middle of the day. You know, he's trying to keep in shape during COVID-19, and you know, he's even doing workout things with his family.
I think with Fury as well. I think the country's started to fall in love with Tyson Fury. I mean, on my Facebook when they did the Fly on the Wall show, some of the girls on my Facebook were saying how they loved Tyson in Paris. You know, what a great cool. You know, I think that really helped his image, and I think now before because he wasn't getting the credit he deserved, and I think he was quite bitter about it, weren't he? And he used to behave like like a savage.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
You're so PC, Stu. You're so PC, man. You probably got insulted by things that Fury said.
Say again.
You probably got insulted by some things that Tyson Fury said in the past.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Never.
All he said was God in the Bible about gays or something like that. There, you know, it wasn't acceptable in the Bible, and everybody said, well,
I agreed with him.
That came from the Bible. You know, so. You know, that's all he said. He said from the Bible's perspective. And everybody said, well, Tyson Fury's gay.
It's not acceptable.
That's not religion.
Not acceptable.
You know?
Yeah. What happened to Devin Alexander when he said it? I don't think I've seen him since.
I don't even remember he said anything.
Yeah, he said something about gays, didn't he? Because he's a religious guy, Devin. Well, fucking all the...
Pacquiao did as well. Pacquiao did. But then again, he's
Devin Alexander. He did a tweet about. We did a show about it, Butcho. For fuck's sake!
Jesus, man, it's almost been 50 years ago, man.
Years ago, man. But we did a show because Devin Alexander apparently said something about queers or something. I don't know.
Is he off the crack pipe?
I got one about my fucking baseball team. The announcer, the TV broadcaster.
Oh, I
guy.
saw that. Yeah.
You saw that Cincinnati Reds? Yep.
Yeah.
He was he didn't know the mic was live, and he had a hot mic on him. And they were coming back from commercial break. He didn't know, and he was like, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so-and-so. Yeah, this is the fag capital of the fucking country. And we're back. Cincinnati Reds baseball. I don't know what he was... I think he was talking about some other city. Yeah, the fag capital of the U.S.
Probably Seattle or San Francisco.
San Fran. Yeah.
No, I think it was Kansas City.
I was watching one
to San Fran.
I was watching one sports show the other day where this American announcer, the American commentator, was saying to this guy, "You are what the British call a cigarette," and it took me a second to realize, "Oh, you're out of order, bro."
Oh goodness! A few times this week I've heard it, man. I was watching some old wrestling a few days ago, right? Smoky Mountain Wrestling, some fucking Tennessee, Kentucky, really like, you know, early 90s Kentucky, Tennessee shit. And they're fighting in the ring, and the guy motions while the match is going on. He motions, "Give me the microphone." Middle of the match, he grabs it, and this is the good guy, mind you. He grabs the mic. He looks at the guy who's beating him up. He says, "You ain't so tough now, are you, faggot?" And the crowd fucking, everybody starts fucking clapping. Women jumping up and down.
Yeah. Revolution. You come across the sort of guy that watches BMX racing and stuff like that.
No, I fucking rode skateboards though. I like skateboards.
Hey, Stu.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me either.
Well, what does that mean? What's that, Stu?
You're into all them fucking mad American sports that no one around the world gives a flying shit about. Like, you're into weird sports, in like fucking
skateboarding, wrestling, baseball.
Yeah, all
so
dreadful sports. All of them dreadful. I mean, look. Hey, tell me when the last time you watched wrestling in the Olympics and you got your popcorn out.
Hey, motherfucker, let me tell you about cricket.
I tell you what I got out. I got my fucking pillar out so I could go to sleep.
You know why they call
baseball.
You know,
do you know in England, the girls play baseball. We play football and rugby, and the girls play baseball. We'll leave it there.
I'll get one. You know why they call it cricket? Because they fucking, when you watch that shit, that's all you hear in the stands.
Oh,
old one, oldie spaghetti.
Hey, Go to India. Go to India and watch the crowds there, and even
Stu,
England.
no, Stu, to be
crowds.
honest,
Look,
nobody cares about cricket, man. Nobody cares
cricket's
about
a thinking game. Baseball's for steroid users.
No, man, baseball is a thinking man's game too. You know, when you don't have the steroid users up there, they gotta. If you watch some videos on some breakdowns of certain plays and you really see what's going on, you're like, okay, it starts making sense. Like things like a dude is like 2 steps closer to the bag this way than not makes a total difference. Like he sees, okay, the pitcher's
to this day,
closer, I get a lead. Go ahead.
To this day, I just don't get that fucking sport. All I'm seeing is some fucking weirdo in the background going, strike one, we'll book two. And I'm like, hang on a minute, this guy's been here 10 minutes. He's done about 5 swings. He ain't hit nothing. Why is he still here? I don't get it with wide shots. You've got to get in the fucking zone in here or something. I don't know. What a dreadful sport.
That is the one dreadful. The one dreadful part is these fucking human umpires have to eyeball these 100-mile-an-hour pitches and judge whether it's in this specific zone. Oh, that's a good one. Go strike, ball, it's whatever. But I was the same way. I didn't like baseball for years and years, till only a couple years ago. You become older and you calm down.
Look,
you get it.
I actually quite. I don't give American football still. I actually quite like American football. I just don't fucking get the plays. I understand the shotgun and all that, and I know a few positions. You got your wide receivers, your running backs, your quarterbacks. After that, who gives a fuck about any of them? I mean, some fat guy just blocking another guy. That's not sports to me. But they're the true athletes.
This is my football. It's a great American game.
Hey, man, that might be a good idea for a show. Fucking me and Stu watching various sports, and he's shitting on them.
I'd love to
and I like them.
Listen, I'm not hating on American sports. I actually like American football. I just don't understand it, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And there's just too many fucking stoppages, I mean...
Yeah, but Stu, every time I look at cricket, I don't know what the hell's going on, man. There's like 3 sticks.
Yeah, but test cricket is boring. 20 overs cricket's wicked. I like it's just...
Listen,
go ahead.
I was watching the UEFA Champions League final, man, between Bayern and fucking PSG. I fucking fell asleep, man. That was a 1-0 game, man.
That was a boring game. That was
just they were passing the ball around. Let's not kid ourselves. So football, when you guys go football, that has some lazy moments, man.
But it's like boxing, it's like you watch Floyd.
It has more than lazy moments. There's nothing worse than getting up in the morning, traveling to London, because I'm a Chelsea fan. I've done it many times where I've got up in the morning, travelled to London, right, sitting in the freezing cold, spent about 250 quid doing it, and it's a 0-0 draw. A terrible game. And by 70 minutes, you just want to go home. I've been there so many times. I went to Old Trafford, watched them play against... My mate wanted me to go. He's a Man United fan. Watched them play West Bromwich Albion, believe it or not. Pigeon, that's his team. But it was a fucking horrendous game. It really was, and I just couldn't wait to go home.
Yeah, but the thing is, about when it comes to football, soccer, whatever you want to call it, it's not about how many goals you score. It's how many times they try to score, right? That almost went in, the ifs. Those are exciting, because if we follow the logic of, the more they score, the more exciting it is, then basketball should be the most entertaining sport of all time, because they score all that fucking time. You know what I mean? So
you say that though, there's no better excitement in sport. Say where you see it, like Man United when they won the Champions League in '99. They're 1-0 down with 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, that's
1-2,
dramatic.
That's no other sport brings that sort of fucking excitement, sort of thing.
Well, hockey. I would say hockey when it gets to playoffs and the sudden death overtimes, which my Bruins just lost one of them. It sucks. When it's it's
good.
That goal, next goal, it's done.
I mean, that's what I like about hockey, that they let them have a tear up, don't they? I love all that.
And they went in the playoffs. They keep going with overtimes. They had it almost went 6 overtimes. So hockey, there's 3 periods, and then they went to almost 6 overtimes. It ended at the very end of the 5th.
Yeah, I used to watch it with my friends.
3 games. That's 3 regulation games of hockey that they played in one night, just about.
I can't follow the puck. It just moves too fast for me. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? It's
Well, you could tell when you know the positions a little bit.
I mean, I went through a little period because Channel 5 used to show the hockey at night, and sometimes when I couldn't sleep, I put the hockey on, and I did get quite into it, but it's just not a sport I could get behind like I do with football and boxing.
But the fighting too.
Hey, by the way,
Fighting is dope.
in the chat we have Scripting College, who doesn't want to jump on. Scripting College, you have to jump on. He has a channel, and he made a lot of videos after the Wilder Fury fight, the rematch, of course. He made a lot of videos exposing Tyson Fury for cheating, and also videos that were implying that Wilder lost because of that suit and the lights that he had on, the mask that he wore before entering the ring. And so now he's saying Tyson Fury should not have been. Sorry, Tyson Fury should have been disqualified for the 40-plus hits behind Wilder's head. Show evidence on the video. Stu continues to hide from the evidence. So, Stu, you're in denial. You can't see the evidence.
Yeah.
Lucha, can you hear my eyes rolling?
I'm in denial. What, you're on about the fucking river in Egypt?
Are we still on about this, though? I thought it was over, man. Scripting College. Come on, just give it up, man.
Who's hiding? Like, it's not just Stu that's... If people are hiding from the facts, there's the rest of the boxing community, too. Because nobody's complaining about 40 blows behind the head. Like, that's the new thing, I guess.
Why would I hide? I mean, I loved every minute of that fight. Loved it. Sometimes when I'm feeling a bit down, I just put YouTube on and watch Wilder get knocked the fuck out. It's lovely. So yeah,
it's no joke.
So why would I?
If you throw a punch and the opponent turns his head, what are you supposed to do? In the middle, sorry, stop halfway before you go. Sorry, turn your head back so I can land. Right? If Wilder's turning his frickin' head, what is Fury meant to do?
Otherwise, it becomes a fucking technique, right? You just learn to turn your head at the right moment. You get enough shots on the back of the head, you could win by DQ.
Yep. Yeah, that doesn't happen. So why are we complaining about it?
Right.
Like I was in a Facebook group like not too long ago, and they posted another video from this idiot Dante Boxing. Okay, and you ever notice how when he gets into it, he says like breaking news just to start it off, and yet talking about how they have new information on the investigation.
Yeah.
But, like they doesn't actually say what it is, so he doesn't really have nothing. What he's saying is clickbait.
Yeah, exactly. He puts in capitals and he breaking news. I'm expecting Tucker Carlson to come on. I've got Dante's Boxing Nation talking about fucking Figueroa's sister or something. Breaking news. She's got a new dress. Absolute cornball, isn't he? Let's be real.
The worst part. I don't know if you guys saw the barbershop. The guy from barbershop. What's his name? Whatever his name is. Fred. He called the Nevada State Athletic Commission to complain about the gloves. I was like, is this guy actually doing it? Maybe it was a joke, man. But he actually called in, and it sounded like it was the actual commission. And then they said, what can we do for you? And then he goes like, well, I bought some tickets for the Tyson Fury fight. Blah, blah, blah. I'd like to how do you say, like set up a complaint or give a complaint. And then that's it.
God.
He didn't even explain anything. Why would he even call?
He can't even organize. He can't even organize his troops to do a fucking like protest or something. You just got to give a phone call. I was like, yeah, we'll get back to you, Kulik, and that's it.
He set up what do you call it? Thing online, a petition online, and it got 5,000 signatures. Tyson Fury.
500 signatures.
Yeah, that's the subscribers. Basically, his subscribers, nobody else.
LDBC is sheep, man. They just follow 78 and all these other guys, and I don't even know. I don't even watch them fucking clowns, so I don't know, man.
That guy barbershop.
Victim look, when you hear them talking about their excuses with the Wilder Fury, that's victim mentality at its finest. It's where you've been brought up to just have an excuse for everything that don't go your own way. It's like it's his fault. It's his fault. It's her fault. It's the white man's fault. It's the system. And it's a suit. It's fucking cheated gloves. I mean, it's a victim mentality. Like I said, when something don't go their way, there's always a reason why. And they're corny as fuck, man.
Aren't you just a little bit embarrassed, though? I mean,
these guys have the same energy for cheating when fucking Ward did that to Kovalev. Didn't hear a word.
But Stu, hold on. This guy barbershop, right? He claims he's so smart. He was a teacher or whatever. And then isn't he just a little bit embarrassed calling the state athletic commission, the Nevada State Athletic Commission, and then just saying, "Yeah, I want to complain about the gloves," and that's it? Like he should be embarrassed of
Can I
like
put it,
going along with
to you like
this
this,
lie,
DDA?
taking it
Do you
that
know how many
far.
views you got for that video?
What's that?
That's all he cares about. This. Do you know how many views you got for that video and super chats and all that other shit? That's all he cared about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
let's
he's
get it right.
smart.
Don't give a
Maybe
fuck
he's
about
smart.
Wilder.
Wow.
The thing is, though, black people in America just love giving their money to activists. They just, you go to a black church and sit there holding their fucking tin out, and these poor little fucking, these poor African American women that are fucking probably barely surviving and giving all their money into this team while he fucking collects it and goes in his private jet and flies off somewhere. I mean, they just love giving their money away. I've noticed 78th Stream just sitting there talking absolute garb.
So what you just described is American in general. They love giving up their money to like pastors who run these super churches.
Yeah, they do. I don't.
Oh yeah,
honestly,
super church. That's just the term. Super church is kind of ridiculous. By the way, Scripting College in the chat saying again, Stu commits more name calling fallacy. Stu is afraid to watch the video evidence that I show that proves Tyson Fury hit Wilder behind the head 40 plus times. So I'm asking him to give me the video.
Listen, if you ask me, look, if you want my opinion, it's a shame he didn't hit him behind the head 50 fucking times because Wilder's cheated numerous times in fights. Bit of karma, if you ask me. I didn't see it, but if it was there, good.
2 words, windmill. You know where I'm going with that?
Yeah, the windmill. Yeah, that's crime.
Wilder. That's it. Yeah.
Like seriously,
well, listen, I gotta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off, guys. You know, I gotta
All
get
right,
home.
man.
You know, I'm at work, but I gotta get going.
All right.
Thanks, Bucho. Peace out, Stu. You know, Harkin. Peace out, guys.
All right, take care.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
See you later, brother. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Stu, got a quick question.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Ken.
If the Brook Crawford fight happens, if Brook wins, do you think that could set up a potential fight for Khan, or you think Khan's too chicken shit to come out?
If Kell Brook pulls it off against Crawford, Amir Khan is going to be chasing Kell Brook like some lovesick teenager, desperate for big fights. Look, what big champion is thinking right now? Oh no, I'll fight Amir Khan. That'll help my legacy. Nobody. You know, that Crawford fight. That Crawford fight was embarrassing. Fucking was.
No, but whoever fights Amir Khan gets good fucking Saudi Arabian Muslim money, isn't it? That's what it's all about for them now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what?
What's wrong
with that?
The Saudis will spend money to. It's all propaganda with the Saudis. Everything's propaganda with them. They'll get Khabib over, get some fucking can in there, and he'll beat them.
Saudi Arabia is trying to diversify. Sorry, but the thing with Saudi Arabia, right? It's propaganda, but the thing is, they need to diversify their economy. They're trying to become like this tourist attraction. I've seen those commercials now, where like come visit Saudi Arabia, and so that's why they want to bring all these sporting events, and so that's part of the
problem. No one's going to go to a country that fucking stones women to death, you know, and supports terrorism.
I would.
Yeah, let me tell you a story about WWE. When they went over there with Saudi Arabia, there was a problem with one of the payments. So Vince gets mad and he actually goes up to the Saudi prince. He walks into the Saudi prince's office, or his whatever, right? And he says, "Where's my money?" Vince McMahon says. So they stopped the plane from leaving Saudi Arabia. So did the Saudi Arabians, and it was cancelled for about 24 hours. And the WWE wrestlers didn't know what was going on. And Vince says, "We're not leaving the fucking country till I get my money." Vince McMahon's a savage, man. So
yeah, but the problem.
Look, I think the Saudis, like Butcho said, are trying to look diverse and trying to be open. They're trying to do what China did, when China opened it, but they're just. I just can't see it working with their religious beliefs. It just doesn't work. I mean,
that's right. Drinking.
They're putting fucking Westerners in prison for like kissing on the beaches and stuff. Who's going to want to go there?
Yeah,
You know what
and
I
it's
mean?
not like it's too. That's a good point. It's not like Saudi Arabia can just. It's either they concede to the tourists and give them what they want, or but then again they're gonna piss off their own population. So
But
you can have it both
that's why
ways.
they've got Dubai, because Dubai is like a little
Right.
island off Saudi, right? And they put that so it's not anywhere near the Holy Land. They put it on it, and they turn a blind eye to it. The Westerners can go and drink there and do all sorts
Yeah.
of stuff. Because let's be real, the Arabs and the fucking Saudis are doing the same, drinking and prostitutes and everything else. They're hypocrites, but that's why they've got Dubai. But to bring it into the homeland, I mean, I just can't see it, man.
Right. That's a good
But,
point.
like with the boxing, it's a bit different, you know. It's not like they're going to come over for a week and they're going home. That's what I mean. But tourist attraction, it's an all year round thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, apology. What's up?
What's up, guys? How's everyone doing?
You're doing well, dude.
Pretty good, man. What's on your mind?
No, nothing much. Just listening.
Talking about Saudi Arabia, and do you want more fights in Saudi Arabia? Do you mind?
Listen, as long as we pick up good fights, yeah, put it anywhere you want. If it's a
Exactly.
good fight, it's a good fight.
Exactly, bro.
Oh yeah, it's Stu saying
90
exactly.
seconds.
But Stu, if they have Fury against AJ in Saudi Arabia, would you mind?
That one I would.
Ah, I knew it.
Well, it makes no sense though, because it would be the same thing like Callum Smith versus Joe Groves. Like, why in Saudi Arabia, where there's no British, hardly any British fans there?
Yeah, that fight's got to be more than just the money to the fighters of this one. This has got to be a pride of Britain thing. This has got to be about the fans and the money. Of course, the money is the big thing.
Historic.
But I think these fighters, they're looking past that. They ain't going to take this fight in Saudi. That's when they won't in the UK, I think.
And even if they get paid more by the Saudis somehow, they won't make more overall. The event won't make more money.
Right.
Will make more money in the UK, regardless
Wembley
of the
will
pay
definitely
each
sold
fighters
out.
get.
I would say Wembley will definitely be sold out. That's for sure.
Don't be surprised if that's put on some sort of time that suits the Americans. I remember when fucking Hatton fought. No, who was it? Yeah, one fight in the UK. I can't remember who it was. We had a fight in the UK, and it didn't start till about 3 a.m. Just
Yeah, but did he fight a Yank though?
Huh?
Did he fight a Yank?
I'm thinking it could be. I think it might have been the Costa Zoo fight. You know.
No, Ricky,
No.
No, which one was it? I remember a British fight. I can't remember. It might have been Calzaghe. It might have been Hatton. I can't remember. A long time ago, where the actual fight started at.
Was it Manny
2 in the
Pacquiao? Did he
morning.
fight Manny Pacquiao in England?
No, I don't fight.
No, it was a fight in England. It was a fight in England that started really late. I remember it because I couldn't believe how many fans were still in there. It was early hours of the morning. I could come. The chat might be able to help us.
I forget. I can't think right now. I know I remember being up for it, but I can't remember who it was.
Nobody remembers in the chat neither. Okay. By the way, Scripting College, just tell me that. Okay, I got it. He wants us to watch this video, so I'm gonna set it up. You guys keep talking.
For God's sake.
Oh, fuck's sake. DJ in the chat says he thinks I'm talking about the United Arab Emirates instead of Saudi. You might be right, bro. You might be right. There's not a lot of difference in the regimes, even though one's Sunni and one's Shia. I think. Yeah.
they'll fair.
Either way, I ain't going any of them. So
I'll tell you what. Who they remind me of? You ever seen Star Trek: The Borg?
Never watched Star Trek.
Yeah,
not
that's
Star
what
Trek, man.
that's
Not
what
Star
that sort of aspect of life reminds me of. Just fucking assimilate or die.
Right. Well, I've never seen it, so.
Yeah, but
Hey, not a Star Trek fan or
Oh, you
the
got
other
it.
one on Star Wars or anything like that. Never watched any of them, so I don't really know.
fair enough.
grew
So I
up on
found
Star Wars. Absolutely fucking love it. Not the
Okay.
new one. Not until the social justice warriors got hold of it.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh,
even
yeah,
I didn't even see the last one. I was like,
You
I gave up
don't
on the
miss so
whole
much,
thing.
Bucho. I
The
went
thing
to
is,
see it, and
hey, have you noticed with the
I
movie
fell
today,
asleep.
mate?
I ain't paying
You're watching
fucking.
a movie today, and you know the woman's going to be the savior, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The men will be dropping like flies. The men will be dropping like flies, and this woman will be fucking chop kicking people's noses off, about 30 of them at a time. She'll be the savior.
Yeah.
It's all BS if you ask me. So
Should be making jokes and shit too. Super unrealistic.
I mean,
remarks.
What they
I'll
did
tell you
to
what I'm hoping.
Ghostbusters.
I'll tell you what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for a woman versus man boxing match, like somebody knocks out Clarissa Shields just to put certain fuckers in their place.
They did one with the kickboxing match.
Oh yeah. What's her name? That
Type
UFC
lady.
Yeah, the Dutch girl, the black Dutch girl. She got knocked out. By a guy, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
I'd just like to introduce Ike Turner to the chat. He's just joined us. But look, no, I don't want to see. I don't even want to see. I don't want to see any woman in the boxing. I don't like women's boxing. I thought Kate Taylor the other day was fucking dreadful. What is all the fuss? What is the fuss
In my
with Kate
opinion.
Taylor?
She lost again, in my opinion.
She does the same things all the time.
Yeah.
That fucking Belgium, right? Couldn't even get in the Belgium Olympic team for the fucking Olympics, and she's come on. Her and said, "Oh yeah, she's probably one of the most talented fighters I've got." He's such a fucking arse lick. Cringe as fuck, that guy, man.
How popular is Katie Taylor over there?
When her and Stranger fight, he says the same thing.
Not very popular, Bucho.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Say again.
No, I asked how popular she was over in the British Isles and all that.
Well, the Irish love her. The Irish love her. No offense to Brian, but I ain't got many more options, have they? Let's be real.
Well, yeah, that's true enough. I met her twice. She was always very nice to me, and I patted her once. So,
she's a lovely girl. She's a lovely girl. Look, she's a lovely girl.
During the performance
Brian.
center in Dublin.
Brian, did you just admit to sexually assaulting her?
What?
What?
Yeah, you can't do that nowadays. You can't put your hands on women at all. You're gonna get me too. You're gonna get me too.
Are you boxing? Is that boxing?
Do you know women have become repulsive? I remember I went to the shop the other day, and there's a hairdresser next to it, and the car park's just a mess. There's all loads of cars, and I've been blocked in, right? So I've asked this woman kindly and politely, "Can you move your car, love, so I can get out?" No, I'm waiting for my haircut. I'm look, I can't get out when I go. She just wouldn't have it. Right, ignorant little fuck. In the end, someone else moved. I got out as I drove off. Went, "You're gonna need more than a fucking haircut, you fat ugly mutt." Drove off. But you know, the thing is, I was so angry. All she had to do was get in the car, move a few feet. Didn't want. Just ignorant they are today, aren't they? Fucking ignorant.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's
Oh
right.
my god.
Not all of them, of course.
Anybody know who Jim Cornette is?
Yeah, the
WWE guy.
Yeah,
The wrestler?
you know that anybody know the story about him when he went to Dairy Queen and they fucked his order up at the drive-through,
Oh,
and he walked up to the window and he cursed the lady out at the drive-through. Fucking brutal. Oh my god, it's a video of it. Calls her, hey.
We should watch those type of it.
I'll just fucking throw it up, Bucho. You gotta fucking roll that one.
We'll do it on second. I was gonna tell you. Let's make a list and let's make a list and show all of those videos on Second Renaissance, like the one you sent me before, and this other one. We should show them at the same time. Now, Scripting College is insisting to show the video that it did not trigger any copyright issues. All right, let's watch because he keeps insisting that we watch his fucking video. So let's take a look at it.
Okay, if we watch the videos and there's no evidence, can we just ban him or something then?
Sounds about fair. All right. Let's guys. You can watch it if you click on the stream here. If you're on Discord, you can watch it here.
Okay, I can't watch it. I might pop off and watch it on YouTube. Or
yeah, you watch it on YouTube. All right, let's play this motherfucker. Let's see what he's. All right, it's in slow motion. Now remember, the whole point here is that Fury is hitting behind the head. So okay.
Oh, because that's a chin shot.
I don't. Okay, yeah.
That missed. Oh, that's a back shot back ahead by Wilder. Go on.
That's not behind the head. That's illegal. Okay, that's what Lennox Lewis kind of used to do before, but yeah, that was the intention though. And he kind of grazed. He wasn't a shot behind the head though.
That's
borderline.
Yeah, come on, man. And it's a fight. You're gonna like I can show you a million fights. And you're gonna see you're telling me Fury did that on purpose or what? Because I can show you the Wilder against the Ortiz fight, and there's more than 40 fucking shots behind the head.
And you gotta remember, this is in slow motion too. When you put it down to that speed, it looks like he's spotting the back of the head and he's going for it. But
Listen,
they're just
Wilder
swinging
can
fast.
box, man.
They're
Wilder
just
can
throwing, and shit happens.
What did I say
Alright.
the other day?
What am I? I'm gonna
What did I
stop
say
this
the other day? Hang on a sec.
Yeah.
If you
You will lose Stu. Stu, you're muted, man. Anyways, scripting college. You watch your video. We get the point. You gave up. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. Like, do you want us to watch Wilder hitting Ortiz behind the head
Or yeah,
as well? Like, why? What's the point?
look, I was just saying, Butcher, right? If you convince yourself something's there enough, then you'll start seeing it. That's why I always say about when you watch fights too many times, when you're trying to find a way for your guy to get the nod, sort of thing. You keep watching, and you start seeing things that are not there. And I think this guy, look, he's seeing things that are not there.
But also, what's good for the goose should be good for the gander. If Wilder hits Ortiz, why is he now bitching just because he got hit in the back of by Fury?
Yeah, they pick and choose when exactly. And by the way, so scripting college, are you trying to say that the reason why Tyson Fury won was because he was hitting Wilder behind the head, not because Wilder can't box to save his fucking life?
Oh, shut up, man.
You know what I mean? Like, you gotta listen. I know you are a Wilder fan, but you need to wake up, man. You know that fight took place on February the 22nd. It's been a long time ago. By now, you should understand the reason why Wilder lost. He can't fucking box.
There's no way anybody could watch that fight and see anything good for Wilder. Like
Nothing.
That boy got chopped up. He got emasculated.
There's nothing he did. Yeah, you're right. There's nothing
He
you can
looked
rescue from that.
like a sad, broken puppy dog. Like you can't even play it up like, oh, they threw in the towel, but he wanted to keep going. He was a warrior. He didn't want it to be stopped. He looked like he wanted to have been stopped at the fucking second round.
Yeah.
Though, he talks about he wants to go out on his shield, but he can't even carry in his own costume.
It's true. Going to war on the fucking shield is too heavy. Toppling over.
And I'm not being funny. This LDBC, I mean, they're just setting black people back 400 years with this stupidness for real.
Yeah, man.
All right, scripting college says you can. Scripting college says you cannot replace evidence with name calling.
No, we're replacing evidence with the truth, mate, or your version of evidence.
You can't replace evidence. There you have it. You can replace the evidence is that Wilder can't box. He can't box, man. You're trying to create something that's not there. So listen, just because he got hit behind the head a few times doesn't mean he's gonna lose the fight. Well, he lost his. What's gonna happen, man? Gonzalo, you there?
You know what it?
Explain to us.
You know what it is, Bucho? Oh.
Yeah,
Bucho,
I want to get Gonzalo to join the conversation. Gonzalo, you there? Oh, he's muted. All right, Kenshiro,
right,
go ahead.
Rocky. You know that scene in Rocky 3 when Rocky finds out from Mick that his fights were all cherry picked. That's what Wilder. That's what it is for Wilder. All his fights were cherry picked, and when he went up against Clubber Lane, he got exposed.
Yeah, you can imagine. You can imagine when Wilder's speaking to fucking Breland about this third fight, and Breland goes, "You're knocking it tomorrow, Deontay." Do you know what I mean? You can't win.
Yo, what's up, Bucho?
Yeah, what's up, man? So I know you saw the video that Scripting College sent to us. You see Fury hitting Wilder behind the heads a few times. What are your thoughts about that?
they're moving really fast, and when you're moving at that speed in an actual fight, you can't control every movement. And if you go back and watch something in slow motion, shit like that happens all the time, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's not even worth talking about. These people that think they know a lot about boxing, I'm not saying that I do. Fucking just like arguing because they're fanboying for somebody that they like, which there's nothing wrong with it. But another thing is that you're not actually like a fan of the sport, and you're not being you're just making shit up because look, the guy, he lost the fight, and that's about it, man. What happened just to taking an L and just moving on, man? This is ridiculous.
This shit ain't wrestling, man. This shit ain't fucking. Oh, my guy who I like more is gonna win. It's a contest of skill. You know, he went in, he didn't have the skill, he lost. Like, there's no, and even Wilder's big fans would say that he's not the most skilled. He just has, you know, the big right hand, and that's what he that's all he needs. So
Yeah, and scripting college.
bugs me out. They just can't believe he lost.
Yeah, exactly. They're in denial. And look, this guy's scripting college now saying, Wucho, you attempt to distract the audience. Watch the video evidence I provide. Why did you give up? He wants us to watch the whole video he made on slow motion. That takes, I don't know how long, man.
This guy's like fucking Ted Bundy trying to prove his innocence in court, man. There's nothing there, man.
21 minutes.
Look,
it's a filibuster.
21 minutes. Are you insane? We're not going to watch 21 minutes of the... Get out of here, man.
I don't even want to watch 21 seconds.
Because it's going to be fucking 50 examples of the same thing. And he wants us to sit down and watch each one.
Is he going to show examples of the same 50 examples of Wilder versus Ortiz?
Yeah, scripting college. What are your thoughts on the Wilder and Ortiz? What happened in that fight? All the shots behind the head.
Why do you just ask him what his opinion on this fight? I'm pretty sure Wilder fouled Fury loads of times in this fight as well.
Yeah, but they didn't see that.
Yeah, it's like it's a sport, you know. Fouls are gonna happen. Sometimes deliberately, sometimes accidentally. But when two guys are throwing punches, you should expect something like that to happen.
Was it Julian Jones that got knocked out with a flying headbutt and it still counted? It might have been someone, I can't remember now. I was watching a fight years ago. Some guy went to throw a body shot and fucking nutted this other guy clean out. He got the stoppage.
Thing is though, I would really love to know is what sort of power has Deontay Wilder got over the LDBC? It's like a cult. That's what the hell it looks like. You know what I mean?
It's a cult.
Well,
it doesn't look like a cult. It is a cult.
It's the way I see it. It's kind of these people got a need for something, right? They need a leader. I don't think Wilder's like stepped up. You know what I mean? I feel like he's been more like appointed as, okay, you're the Black American heavyweight who's knocking everybody out. You got to keep going. You're the one. You know, he's got the ball, and if he drops it, who are they going to fall back to?
A lot of these guys are living their lives through Deontay.
Exactly.
I don't know how. Like, I can't say their lives are shit because I don't know them, but they must be if they're fucking living their life for another human being. And let's be real. Even if Deontay beat Fury that night, you're getting up in the morning. Your life hasn't changed, brother. That's the thing. Your life's still the same, whether it's shit or good.
Well, Stu, like I said before, isn't just, you know, when a boxer wins, he doesn't come knocking on your front door saying, Stu, thanks for backing me, bro. Here's some money, or you know what I mean, or you lose. That's it. You got moving your life, as you said.
Of course, man.
And the thing is, too, I think, you know, people watch sports because everybody, to a degree, maybe not everybody, but a lot of more people than who would admit to it, live vicariously through entertainers, be it, you know, athletes or whatever. So, you know, we watch boxing and we see these guys and we see things in them that we wish we had in ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you got a good point.
And these guys kind of take it even a step further. I really think it's the racial aspect to a lot of
of course it is.
There's so much like insecurity. There's so much bad shit associated with that to have. I didn't realize, you know, people joke, you know, people kind of make light of shit like the Black Panther movie and how important that was to people to have like a black superhero. But that shit really does mean something to people, is to have people like them represented at entertainment. And I know it's fucking dumb and trivial, but it really does make a difference to people. Like,
yeah, but these fucking guys, some of these people actually thought it was real. They thought they were the kings of technology. Oh, the white man's got nothing on us now. Look, did you see Black Panther? Oh, come on, man.
The white man stole our technology from us.
Yeah, look, it's a comic book. Look, I enjoyed the movie, mate. I enjoyed the movie. I don't care for shit like that.
I mean,
I like the. Go ahead, okay.
No, I haven't seen the movie, but if you look at them, they got all bloody isms going in that Black Panther. There's no homosexual people. There's no people of other color. It's just heterosexual black people. So, well, what's the difference in them complaining about, the stereotype white person then?
Yeah, you got a point, man. Like I said, Hollywood's a mess now. I mean, what they did to Ghostbusters made me sick to my stomach.
Oh my god, mate, don't. Yeah.
I'm kind of glad it happened, because it was
Hey,
such a
Stu.
bad example. It was such a bad example
Stu.
that I hope it doesn't happen to other movies.
Well, it will do. That's the problem. Go ahead, brother.
How much should I sell a semi-new or semi-used PlayStation 3?
PlayStation 3?
Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, but like I bought it. Like, how much does it cost new? Like 350.
The third one?
Yeah.
What's the question? Is he asking me how much is a PlayStation in England?
How much should I sell? How much should I sell it? I bought it about 6 to 8 months ago, maybe a year ago.
Yeah, but it's a PS3, man. That should be cheap now. Like
No, PS4.
PS4.
Yeah,
Four.
PS4.
Okay.
I sold my PlayStation yesterday for $150. I've had it 5 years. My PlayStation 4. I sold it for €150. So
I bought it for
305 years ago. I made half my freaking money back. So
yeah, I just don't have the eyes for computer games anymore. The time I fucking, especially that Call of Duty, the time I've lifted my scope up, I've got one in the fucking head, ain't I? I'm just too slow now.
You're losing it, man.
Yeah, but these fucking whiz kids, especially these Chinese and Korean kids, the fuckers die on their chairs, man, playing them games.
Yeah. Damn Chinese.
It's the thing. I'll probably just end up buying the 5 next year. Not that I play it often. I'm just gonna want it for some reason.
No, but mate, don't buy the PlayStation 5 next year. Wait a year after.
Yeah, it's Gonzalo. Wait a year, man. You don't want to pay the price, the initial price.
And there'll be no fucking games out worth a toss. The games will be the graphics will be as low as it gets on a 5. You might as well wait a little bit, man.
Yeah. Look at the expert.
When they first bring the games out, they're fucking. It looks not much better. If when PS4 games first came out, it looked better. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't. I was expecting more. Do you know what I mean? If you get on, but as the games got further on, look how good they are now.
Hey, Bucho, I thought I saw you put a link up for Scripture to join, and yet he hasn't joined, but he's still talking other stuff. Why is the guy not just calling in? And
I don't know, man. Scripting college. Scripting college. Come on, just join, man. We're gonna have a civilized discussion. No yelling. No, listen. We're civilized here. This is in the LDBC. All right.
Yeah.
Just gonna talk.
And we did. Yeah, we did give up watching it. You should give up and all. Do yourself a favor.
Nah, listen. Tell us what the goal of your videos are, because this video that we just watched, you show us how Fury supposedly was hitting Wilder constantly behind the head. You made another video, I remember, where you say that the costume that Wilder wore, remember, he had a mask with lights on. You said that the lights affected Wilder's vision. So I just, to me, it feels like you're creating a lot of excuses. You're in denial that Wilder actually lost because he can't box. So please come, join the show, and talk to us, man.
And Bucho, are you telling me that Wilder never put the costume on? Is that the first time he's ever put the costume with the lights on? Is he that stupid?
Yeah, probably.
Can I tell you something? Right, they had apparently 26 fittings for him to make sure the costume was perfect.
Wow.
So every time they went through a different stage, just to make sure it was perfect size and all. Apparently, they had 26 fittings.
I got a question.
He's more worried about the freaking costume than he was about his boxing training. You ask me.
Now, I've got a question. Wilder said initially that he wanted to be part of the Black History Month question thing, correct? That,
Yep.
no, well, he is now, isn't he? Because I think he's the first black champion to lose in Black History Month. Is he, or am I wrong?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but if it is, that's a good quiz question. So this, Mark, you can
Look,
have that one.
look, I'll keep it real about that suit. I thought it looked great. Right, I did. I thought it looked great, but when the excuses come out, that's when I started to hate the suit. You know, at the end of the day, it was a reason for Wilder's fans
Hang on.
and Deontay himself why he lost, and I hate that. You know, it just gave him a reason. Why did he need 45 grand? That cost him
No, hang on.
£45,000. It was what that dollars, about fucking 60 grand. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Ridiculous, man.
Yeah, but Script is saying he's got 22 LED lights. Who the hell told him to do that? Did he not even think of checking it out himself? That's his fault entirely. Nobody forced him to put the suit on.
He tried the suit. Apparently, he didn't try the helmet on previously towards it. So that's what I heard coming out of that. That's from the suit makers themselves said that, and the suit only weighed 26.5 pounds. For anybody who's interested, it didn't weigh 45 pounds or 40 pounds like he said. 26.5 pounds. That's it.
And Mr. Pro Black had to go. Mr. Pro Black went to 2 gay white people to get him fucking made. Couldn't make the shit up.
Yo, I'm just thinking of Deontay Wilder fighting with the suit on. I don't know why. I'm just laughing.
Oh my god.
You'd love that then. It reminds you of Power Rangers, wouldn't
it? I don't know why I had the thought.
Hi, panel. It was Wilder and Team Wilder's fault for wearing the 22 plus LED lights. The fact remains that it did affect his eyes adversely.
Look, you got to look at it like this with Wilder, right? The suit didn't make much difference because Fury was just far too good for him on the night. But Wilder put on 20 pounds of muscle, top heavy, by the way. There's not an ounce that went on them legs. So he's got an extra 20 pounds to carry on them legs. And then you stick another 30, 40 pounds on it.
Jeez.
Mate, I can see why it did fucking affect him. But that's not no one's problem. That's his for making it a fucking racial thing. That suit was all about race. Of course it was. The fucking 2 Bob rapper that come in. You know what I mean? 2 twat Shaquille. You know what I mean? Look.
Yo, they're acting like this is the motherfucking Stations of the Cross. This is like first Wilder came out with the costume, and then it was weighing him down, and then they turned the lights on and it blinded him, and and then he rubbed his face on a fucking cloth and it showed his face.
Yeah, but
you guys find it.
Wilder was pacing before the fight. No, he was a nervous wreck, mate. That's what wasted a lot of his energy. Nervous energy. And Brian will tell you, before a fight, your fucking stomach churns, you want to go toilet, you're nervous. He was pacing. And that's the sign. Look at Tyson Fury just chilling out in the studio.
Everything was wrong that night. He looked scared as well.
Gentlemen, I'm gonna shoot off now, so I'll catch you guys another time, my friends. Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks for joining us. But anyways, what's the saying? Like Stu said, he even looked scared. So coming up with these excuses, the lights.
Yeah.
Scripting College, please just join us, man. I'm posting the link. Click the StreamYard link. Come talk to us, man.
Did you guys get the Stations of the Cross reference, by the way?
Yeah.
No one cares, Revolution.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Nobody. The Stations of the Cross.
I'm sorry, that wasn't mean.
No, Scripture. If you join the panel, I'll watch the 22-minute video on my own time, and then I'll comment on it at the end.
Yeah, you
I'll
should.
even leave a like on your video.
You're a better man than me, then, Brian.
Yeah, right. If he joins the panel, I'll do that.
He's still saying, Butcher, why did you give up? Because I don't have time for this, man. 21 minutes of slow motion. I get your point, but it's not gonna change my mind. Like that's not the reason why Tyson Fury won the fight. And I think that's what you want to believe. You want to believe that Wilder lost because he got hit behind the head, because he wore a costume that was too heavy, because the lights affected his vision. When the reality is that Fury is just a much better boxer. And you need to accept that. You need to move on with your life.
I was totally forgetting that Wilder was turning his head into those shots. That's the problem. He was turning. He was turning away. It was like a scared man in there. He fought like a frick guy as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know, and
If
it
an
was
amateur-
his own fault. It was his own fault. He was getting punched on in the
Yeah.
back of the head because he kept turning his head. So what can you do? Look in boxing, mate. Referees will let that go if you're turning into it. It's only when you're sitting there and he's going out to punch you on the back of the head because that is wrong.
Yeah,
If an
and he
amateur-
says, "Hi, Stu.
Sorry.
You claim he turned, yet you show no video evidence. We can show you the video evidence. He's turning. Wilder, listen, it's not like Fury is like holding on to he's grabbing Wilder and then hitting him with rabbit punches on purpose. You can tell that Fury's just landing. He's throwing a right hand, and it's Wilder that's in an awkward position where like the punch sometimes graces like half of his back, the back of his head. That's Wilder's fault, man. Just like. Yeah, and by the way, when Wilder is hitting Ortiz behind the head, I don't think Wilder's doing it on purpose. I just think because Wilder's so wild that he's hitting Ortiz behind the head because he's throwing punches like a maniac. I don't think it's on purpose. But yeah,
Hey,
go ahead.
if I was training an amateur boxer, and he was a young guy, right, and he goes into the ring, even in a spar, and every time a punch gets thrown at him, he turns his head. I guarantee you, I'd let that young amateur boxer know. So as from a coach's perspective, I would let him know, whatever you fucking do, don't turn your head. Take the fucking punch.
Brian's spot on. When
Yeah.
Wilder throws a shot, he follows through and turns his head.
In the amateurs, you get stopped for that. Like if you turn your back even once, they'll stop the fight.
Yeah, a referee will stop you.
It's actually the rules in the pro game as well.
Yeah, a referee will stop, say break, and he'll give you a warning. Don't do that again. That's.
Stu, do you remember that Scott Quigg fight against some British guy, and he turned his back and the referee waved off straight away? I can't remember the other guy's name.
I
I remember something about that. but
He
I
landed a
don't know
body
what
shot and
happened.
he turned away, and the referee stopped it instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
remember
remember that
something
fight.
about
Apology.
Brian.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was though.
By the way, in the chat, Jonathan Morrison saying, "Didn't we just talk about this 50 shows?" Sorry, I thought we did 50 shows for this. It's true, man.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't. It's the scripting college. You just give it up, man.
Yeah, people keep bringing it up.
He's a
You're
pussy. If you
insane.
don't want to come on, he's a pussy.
Come on,
I'm
yeah, I
sorry.
give you the link. Well, when you
You're staying here. You want to apprehend the show. Because he wanted us to watch a 20-minute video. Okay, probably with us pausing and talking, that would have taken what, 45
I'm gonna commit
minutes?
suicide over this fight.
That would
man.
have taken 45 minutes of our time on this show
over.
to put his shit on.
That's
Put
like
his
us.
shit on.
Yeah, like that's like us watching
Oh, the
20
fucking
minutes
nerve.
of Wilder
Come on,
hitting
That's
or
like free
behind the
advertisement for
head.
his
What's
show.
the point? What's
You
the
should
point?
pay. You should pay Butcho for the privilege
Yeah.
of showing your shit on his show.
No, seriously, man, it's a waste of time, man.
So just for that, trying to put your shit over your channel sucks. And I ain't even ever seen it.
Let's just keep it real there. So
The panel attempts to make excuses instead of watching the video. We watched the video. We're not gonna watch all of it. We get the. But what's your point, though? What are you trying to say here?
come on the show and I'll watch the whole video, and then me and you can go. I'll give you my number. Me and you can talk about it if you want in private. How's that?
Listen. You jump on, and then Brian's gonna watch the video, and then we're gonna post it on our channel. And we'll have exclusive Brian.
There's no excuse
Comment
not to get on. He could call. Can't you fire up the blog talk? He could call in if he wants.
Yeah. By the way, Mr. E, thank you for your contribution. He says, "Yo, fellas, Deontay's dog shot Wilder. Deontay dog shot Wilder. That's his name now. Dog
shit.
shot.
Dog shit Wilder. He's trying to say
Yeah.
dog shit. I bet.
I thought he was shot as he's done. Yeah.
Hey,
PSK
Bucho.
says he doesn't even acknowledge the Wilder versus Ortiz video. This guy is trolling. Yeah, man. Well, he doesn't want to talk about Wilder Ortiz.
Yeah, he's a troll. That's all he is.
Now you guys are scared of the video evidence in public. What? Oh man, this is insane.
Hey, man. I'll watch the video. So All you got to do is come on here and talk to us like a man, or a woman, or mixed race, or what do you call it? Mixed gender, whatever the fuck you are.
those new things we just discovered.
Yeah, whatever the fuck you are. Come on, have a discussion with us, and I'll watch the video. How's that?
I'm gonna call it a day, Butch.
Yeah, me too, man. Let's call it a day, guys.
I'm tired as fuck, man.
To be continued, guys.
Can I say thank you for not calling in because I didn't really
You didn't really want to watch it. All right, guys.
Richo, are we gonna do a second Renaissance soon?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Kinda just did.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'll catch you guys later. Yeah.
All right.
Later. Yeah, peace.
I'll talk to Mr.
later,
BDA. Maybe
haven't
Mr.
heard
BDA
from
can
me in a
do
while,
it.
man.
Maybe Mr. BDA
Yeah,
can do a
me.
second one.
Same here. Hope you're doing well, Gonzalo.
All right.
Yeah, thanks,
have a good one, Gonzalo and Bicho.
All right. Hey, thanks, man.
Everyone
Take
on the
care,
panel
Brian,
and
Gonzalo.
most of the people in the chat.
Apologies to everybody in the chat as well, guys. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time, all right? Take care.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend you.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I kiss you on the mouth.
No, I'm not cool with that. Just, I'm sorry.
One more time.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I mean, I'm dealing with degenerate animals.
I'm disappointed in every one of you. Disappointed in every one of you.
All right, come on.
Honestly, I can't do it, man. I'm disappointed in every one of you.
Let me tell you why.
It's gonna be all right, Nicky. Go ahead, shoot.
You just killed a little fucking man.
What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, because you got nothing. You don't got a thing. Yeah, because you got nothing. Lobito! You got nothing.
I want to get out. I want to get out of this rat hole. I want to get online. I need
BDA Boxing.